god, Streamlabs froze there for a second. Is it working? Why is Streamlabs not working? Yo, Streamlabs is dying. Wait. That's crazy. Okay, let's try that again. New SCP game scene. Okay, for some reason, that works now. Don't know why that completely tripped out. Welcome to the stream, Zardran. Welcome to the stream, Cross. Welcome to the stream, Dan. Welcome to the stream, the Kick chat, the Twitch chat, the YouTube chat, the Twitter chat, the Instagram chat, and the YouTube chat. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hello to Peanut God. Hello, the lurkers. There's a whole bunch of you. I appreciate the lurkers as always. I appreciate you joining today. Hello, Dana. Welcome to the stream, or Dania. Welcome, Habao. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. We are continuing this time and not accidentally pressing restart and lose all our progress. I keep freezing. Is the bitrate? Is it lagging? Let me look at it. It looks to be working for me. Everything looks to be working. Very jittery. Is it working now? Is it good now? Hopefully it's everything's fine. You know what I'll do? I'll close Discord. Like, I don't need Discord open right now, because I don't use it during this stream. The rest, that should be good then. Everything else should be functioning correctly, to my knowledge, what I believe. It's good now? Not anymore? Everything's good, everything good, everything's settings correct? Hello TP Fishy, welcome to the stream, welcome everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so, where we left off is we beat the worm monster. Then after beating the worm monster, we entered a cognito hazard, survived the cognito hazard, and the mimetic, breaking of reality, and that tried to drown us. Then we interacted with a spirit torrent, the red spirit torrent, which was aggressive and really messed with us. And now we're on a mission to find the Thresher server and destroy it, because we saw the history of our previous teams who all went in here, and the previous people who used to run this facility, and everything that happened, and we're like, okay, we need to take out the Thresher server. So our goal right now is find the Thresher server, destroy it, to stop reality distortion from happening, and save the world, kind of, because we're trying to stop the monsters from escaping from here, kind of. So yeah. I'm excited for tomorrow? Yes, very much. Character's depressed? Yes, very, very depressed. He is for sure depressed. Or at least extremely sleep deprived. What's next? Bring it on. You're every bit as freakish as I thought. From here on, I've got to rely on trial and error. Oh no. This time, I'll just play along. Okay, so we're gonna play along with the clown guy this time. We're not gonna mess with him. We can't go back, so I assume we have to go down then. Actually, wait. We can go to the right, can't we? Ooh, we can. Okay. Nothing here? Okay. Just a lot of doors. What's... Okay, we can't go forward, so we have to go through here. Hello, Eddie Groom. Welcome to the stream. It is indeed an interesting story so far, for sure. You gonna switch to SPCL? Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you joined. Thank you for joining. Hello, Bang. Welcome to the stream. Okay. We can't look at this computer. Okay, we go through here. I think this is where we left off last time, right here. I'll check DMs later. I did just close Discord to try to reduce the delay on anything, so there's no lag. Because again, we have 6 separate stream chats open right now. I think I'm at level B10. Where shall I go next? B11 again. This is where we missed stuff. We missed stuff at B11. Maybe this time we'll actually get to see all the things that we missed on B11. Because that was where the clown had set up his stuff, and then we unplugged him. Are we going to plug him back in, maybe? I don't know. Hello, Andre. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Zardran. Site 13, B11, which means basement 11, to my knowledge. Okay, so we can't go through this door. We can't go through there. We can go through here. The clown servers are back. He's... Oh. Ta-da! Here comes Bobble's fabulous lottery! The show is on! This lottery thing again. Now let's see what it's really about. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Oh ho 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 ho! Apex is suddenly less mourning. Great! Bobble has a gift for you, good kids. I mean for you, Apex. Whatever, just bring it on already. Ta-da! The raccoon man runs into yet another obstacle. Gosh, how bumpy could his ride be? Worry not, Bobble is here to save the day. So he keeps calling us Raccoon Man. Is our SCP thing, like, because we're definitely have some sort of SCP affecting us, is it some sort of raccoon SCP potentially? Hello Mim Slay, welcome to the stream, or Mimi Slay. There's a big, mean, heavy door blocking the way. To get past that, you just earn 100 points in this game to get the key. Alright, we get to gamble stream, hell yeah, gambling. What are you thinking? Why are you playing the clown's game? Apex doll, a doll version of me? Okay, interesting. You know what? The game is rigged. This is something you can't do. A weird doll stands in the spotlight. This is creepy. It's a doll of me. And the doll has, yeah, my face. Of course. Bobble made you a friend! A carbon copy of yourself. If you need help, just ask him. Meh. Responding to its provocation would be effectively encouraging it. I should just leave it be. Come on, turn the wheel. The audience is waiting. Don't bother. This is a complete waste of time. Okay. Hello, Dolmy. What if I run past? I can't. Alright, we gotta spin the wheel. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to gamble. Gamba, 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 gamba. 0%. Here it goes, or cancel. We have one-time spin. The options are lucky you, better luck next time, try again, better luck next time, try again, better luck next time. Damn, we have, that's probably about a 5% chance, I would say, of succeeding. Alright, here it goes! Ba 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 ba. Okay, rigged, rigged, rigged. Lucky you? Awesome sauce, progress plus 20%. Fabulous, progress doubled. Super deal, free 10% progress. I'm sus as hell about that. Any kill me options on the thing? No, I don't see anything that says kill me. Oh wait, we don't have any more spins though. We're out of spins. So cancel now? Now they're gonna say something, right? I'm running out of tries. Need more credits? Just say the word. Oh my god. Today is your lucky day, Apex. Look what Bobble has got for you. Hello Adam, welcome to the stream. Alright Bobble, what do you have for me? Freddy Fazbear on a guillotine? It's thrill, it's wonder, it's fun! The secret sauce of Bobble's show! All you need to do is drop the guillotine and cut the stupid doll in half! What if that's a human? Then you get free credits! I feel like he has an illusion here, and this is a human that we're about to decapitate. Bro, alright. Freddy Fazbear, it was nice meeting you. Decapitation. R.I.P. Freddy. Alright, we got another spin now. The thing is, again, we have like a 5% chance that it's a success. I feel like it's not going to be a success. It's going to be a fail this time. Yeah, it's going to be a fail. Rig it, spin it a little bit more. Twist, twist, twist. Oh, we're good. Okay. Alright, nice. Awesome sauce, progress plus 20%. Super duper deal, another 10% free progress. Oh, he only gave us one super duper deal, damn. Boss, don't tell me you've kicked the bucket too. Or are we still alive? Damn it, now I'm confused. Is this some kind of anomaly? Oh god, he is really messing with our mind. That big bastard swallowed me whole, then I woke up here. I can't move. Is there a way out? Think of something, Apex. At least get Craig out. Simple enough. The audience wants blood and scream. Give them that, and Bobble gives you what you want. This is pointless. They're already dead. Ooh, are they actually dead? Or... no, they died. They got stabbed through the heart by the worm monster. There's no way they're alive. But he's also trying to mentally take over our brain, and if we commit too much violence, he will brainwash us and take control of our body. So we can't commit too much violence, even if it's fake violence. Like, he's completely trying to manipulate us here. All the more reason to do it! Bobble made these dolls with a little bit of original parts! Oh, he could have taken, though, the bodies and actually put them together. Like, he could actually have their bodies. We don't want to desecrate the corpses of our friends. Mostly just blood, cotton, and fabrics. These are just the faithful replicas of the original Boulder and Craig. All rights belong to the respective owners. Just drop the guillotine like you did before, and you'll have the key. He's right. Just do it, Apex. Don't hesitate. Like all bounders, it should be boulders, they made him a typo there. All boulders and crags before them, they're dispensable. They're not, though. Boss, What the hell is that supposed to mean? What about all boulders? Screw you! We're not dispensable! The boss man will find a way. Oh god. Nah! No more acting! Bobble has seen it all! Remember, we did, like, our guy is a little bit of sociopath. He did let his past teammates die. We've gone through, like, many teammates. It's definitely a trap, Zardran. Hello, Jose. Welcome to the stream. Just do it already! This is not even your first time! Give the order and be done with them! Aren't you a rational thinker, eh? None of them is real. They are just dolls. I won't be tricked by the clown. Why so hesitant? Pave your way with their flesh and blood. That is the right thing to do. Or maybe you have feelings for the replica of these dead pawns. Pawns? How dare you? We're not... Grow up. Why would HQ send rookies on tough missions like this one? They knew it was a one-way trip. No one expected you to survive. No! We were selected because of our cognitive resistance scores. Yeah, that's true. They had cognitive resistance scores that were really high. Only two kinds of people have high cognitive resistance scores. You've got to be either headstrong or stupid. Oh god, that's kind of true. I thought he was going to say someone who has either done a lot of resistance training or someone who has zero, has never been with the cognitive hazards before, so their brain is fully healed. But I guess that doesn't make sense because it means their brain isn't trained to protect themselves then. Clearly you both, and Squad Camper, are the latter. HQ is no use for stupid minions. That's not true. What about you, Apex, then? Why did they send you, boss? Because I'm... Dude. Because I'm... I don't know, man. This is gonna be rough. Because he is just that special. He's HQ's trump card. Yeah, again, we have an AI inside of us, and then definitely some sort of SCP blood in us, at the very least, some sort of SCP thing. This freak eats mimetic anomalies for breakfast. Apex is the whole point of this mission. And your real objective is to chart the facility and gain valuable intel for other units. By taking on burdens and having yourselves wiped out, you've completely failed your mission. Did you ever complete your rookie training? We did what we did exactly because of our rookie training. Excuse me? They told us to be brave, be vigilant, be ready to die for our brothers and sisters. Craig, they also told you to preserve yourself, to see your mission through, or see the mission through. We're the only active unit inside the mausoleum. If we left Squad Camper behind, they'd all be dead. Yeah, but now you guys died because you didn't leave them behind. Think about it. The other way around. By taking them along, we could all die with them. Yep, exactly, that's what happened. A total wipeout of 2 squads and the mission is back to square one. Subsequent units will be sent into the mausoleum with no intel at all. Do you see where I'm going? Not only would we fail, lose both teams, and then future teams would also fail with even more deaths because we didn't get the intel out. That's why sometimes you have to sacrifice a few people just to get that intel out and save more people in the long run. Right. Hello, Leo. Welcome to the stream. We know, boss. But being a maintainer of the Veil, we could die at any time, no matter what. You're different, though, Apex. The special asset of the collection. Not one of us ordinary people. Sometimes I think you're a freak, too. Oh my god. Given the situation now, though, maybe you really can do what we can't. I have faith in you all along, boss man. No matter what we're up against, you always find a way. No, or now, you just have to do it again. You have faith in me? Based on what? This is stupidity. You're willing to die just for this faith? I'm willing to die for Apex, my team leader. I know we can't trust recorders because spatial distortion screws them up. At least one of us must get out alive and report to HQ with the intel. Apex can do it, that much I'm sure. Nothing can trap Apex, be it this damned building or that clown's bullshit tricks. Why don't you say something, boss? Don't mind me. Seeing you again after being gobbled up? Man, that's more than I can even ask for. Do what you need to do. Remember, Boulder and Craig are already dead. Craig is saying that? That's crazy. Apex, do you remember what I said back then? Just do it. Okay, even our allies are telling us to chop off their heads, but we could also just chop off the heads of more Freddy Fazbears. Why don't we just decapitate Freddy Fazbear instead? I'll decapitate this Freddy Fazbear. I think this is the right option. Die, Freddy Fazbear! And then this Freddy Fazbear. Die, Freddy Fazbear! Can I play now? Okay, we got 2 spins. Here it goes! Ba 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 ba, come on! He's gonna force us to kill someone, isn't he? Keep going. Spin a little bit further. Just a tiny bit, tiny bit, tiny bit. Lucky you. Okay. Progress. Better than nothing. Progress plus 5%. Bobble, final sale. 10% free progress. For real. Okay, we have one more spin. If we can get one more success, then we can get out of here without killing anyone. Come on. Okay, it is rigged to always win it for us. Better than nothing progress. Plus 2%. Better than nothing progress plus 1%. Okay, this is rigged. It's rigged in our favor, but also rigged against us. Better than nothing progress plus 1. Come on, one more. You're so close. Oh. I refuse to kill our friends. That one's squelched. That one had blood and gore inside Freddy Fazbear. Someone was inside that Freddy Fazbear. Okay, we're not killing this Freddy Fazbear because this Freddy Fazbear could also be a human. We're gonna hit this thing instead. One more. Here it goes. Go a little bit further. Spin, spin, turn, turn, turn. All right. Good. That has to be enough. Better than nothing. Progress plus 0.9%. That's it. We're at 99.9%. Hey! Bobble is caught by a surprise! Look at you! A freak trying so hard to look human! Aww! Also, is my face cam blocking him a bit? It is technically. We could always shrink our face cam just slightly, technically. Wait, let me... Like, this for the wide screen, not for the short screen. If we just do that... It's still, like, good face cam, but let him be a little bit more visible. I think that's better. Just a tiny shrink. Now your friend Bobble is offering a new option! If you really, seriously, stubbornly believe you do have a heart, okay, sacrifice yourself then. Oops, sorry, not yourself. Bobble's bad. What Bobble means is trade that raccoon man doll for the key. How does that sound, Apex? Think, Apex, think. They are dispensable. Do you even remember how many boulders and crags you have burned through? Do you weep over a couple pieces of dropped toast? Okay. Humans are not dropped toast. They, like, bro, like, that's not a good comparison. Hello, Sandwich, welcome to the stream. Bobble's goal, okay, so Bobble's goal, basically, is he enjoys making humans go crazy / fight each other, right? So his goal here isn't to kill us, isn't to, like, destroy the world. His goal is for entertainment. He wants to put on a show. So he wants to mess with our mind, make it into an entertaining show, and then get us to basically admit to being not perfect and evil, and then commit murder. And once we commit murder, then our mind becomes weak enough for him to take us over, and then he can use us as a murdering thing to create more murder scenes, basically. So Bobble's objective here is putting on a show while making us go insane, so that way he can take us over, basically. Hello, Yoshi. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Springtrap? Oh, no. Come on. You're better than that. Use your rational brain. Shut the feck up. Wait. So I have to kill him now? I can't... There's no other option? I have to... Okay, so I have to kill the clone version of me. R.I.P. Me. I was worried that this is gonna kill, like, my soul or something. Like, he stole my soul again and put it inside this doll, and I'm about to chop the head off of my soul. Dude, I really don't want to, but there's no other option. I don't think. Yeah, there's no other option. We're stuck here. Alright. Goodbye, doll version of me. That's squelched with meat as well. You deserve an Oscar, Apex! I thought there's a word for it. The liar ending up believing in his own lies? Man, that is quality entertainment. Bobble's gonna make you a key with your own soul. I knew it. He just made us cut off our own soul, didn't he? Like, how do I stop that from happening? For a brief moment, I was overtaken by an urge. Blood boiling, vision blurring. I lost my cool, and the emotion poured into the doll. That emotion, did it come from me? Did he steal a part of me? No, I was just under the influence of the clown. Calm down, Apex, calm down. Face yourself. Sometimes you've got to roll with the flow. Man, I don't know if it would... Like, I would rather kill them than kill the doll version of me, I feel like. Because I feel like I just cut off my own soul. But wait, where's our extra spin? Huh? I can now leave? That's it? I can just leave now? Bruh, alright. Let's go over here. Because I never actually got to explore this place fully. Something was tickling the core of my existence the moment I walked into this room. This feels familiar, right? It must be yet another of those glyphs. I'm sure it's inside this room. Now I only need to locate it. Yeah, we went in here before, but we never got to explore it before. What do we have here? The door plaque is rusted, but still readable. It says Crystal Butterfly. Anyone know an SCP Crystal Butterfly at all? I've never heard of SCP that's a Crystal Butterfly. Hello Dylan, welcome to the stream. What do we have in here? Okay, I can't access the PC. Can't access that. Really nothing? Maybe there'll be something in the future over here. Yeah, I don't see anything. Unless I can jump through the window? No? Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. Elevator. This machine doesn't work. Can I make that jump, do you think? Like across this? I'm gonna try it. Cowabunga! Oh. Oh. I thought that was a pit. It's blocked by like a wall thing. Okay, I was fully preparing to jump this. I can't really get around it, so I guess we have to turn power on for that elevator again, I guess? So we have to go back there another time, I guess. Can we go through here now to the staircase? No, we have to take the elevator. Alright. We'll take the elevator to B13. I think I'm at level B11. Where shall I go next? We'll go to B13 again. Hello, Riley. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Butterfly SP, SP408, SP553. Oh, 5553. What do they do? Is there anything special about them or anything for them to do with Site 13? There's the Spirit Torrent again, right there. Alright, time to get cutscened and forced to do a minigame. The Shade, that just passed me by. I think I saw it in another office. Does it have something to do with these glyphs? I didn't see the beast again, but that was the Shade monster that passed us again, I guess. A breeze picks up, carrying with it barely audible whispers. The Shade that just passed me by. What? Why is he saying that again? He's one dedicated bastard! Bobble is confused. What's the point? That Shade, what is it? He's not what, but who? Believe it or not, he's Judah Hermes. He once believed that filling blanks on the table would end his confusion, make him stable. Alas, from his doubts he was never free, imprisoned in thoughts like a bird in a tree. Judah Hermes, how did he become this thing? Bobble warned him, told him he should smash that idol of them zealots. Well, he didn't trust Bobble. Don't blame me for his trouble. You mean those zealots that you've been talking about, they're worshipping a real god? Maybe, maybe not. Depends on your definition of a god. That is true. A god is an omnipotent entity capable of manipulating reality beyond level 3. Oh wow, we have an exact definition of a god, okay. If their god can be summed up with a bunch of terms, it's not a god. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, like, that's really not godlike. Enough riddles, just tell me what it is. It's their own selves! They worship the reflection of their own images! In other words, they're delusional. Oh yes, you could say that. I wasn't expecting you to understand human mentality anyways. Okay. It's bluffing. I should read the glyph instead. The last glyph in my previous iteration was clearly not left by Judah. What secrets are they hiding? Only one way to find out. 553 is actually a mineral organisms? Okay. Probably not that then. And then 408 is a hive mind pack of zebra butterflies. Okay, so probably nothing to actually do with it. Probably it was something else, like a code word. Hello, Soccer Banger. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Azrael. Welcome to the stream, Azrael. Okay, this one seems slightly harder than the other ones, but should be not too bad. Just gotta get the timings right, like that. Beautiful. Easy. And they called this a land of promise, and they named this the Road of Redemption. Yet, as one draws near, nothing but a festival of slaughter and sacrifice is seen. Bathed in blood, even I, once scornful, became enchanted by the fervor. All thoughts do cast me down into the wilderness, all resistance plunges me into despair. And to cease all thought is to die to myself, completely overtaken by it. If all this was indeed inevitable. No, that is nonsense. Remain rational, as ever before. Before I am utterly deceased, I must inscribe more words of reason. A vortex, a hurricane of thoughts, all originated from one single entity. Unlike the red glyph, though Judah's are flickering, as if it could be snuffed out any moment. Judah Hermes, the apostate! He siphons power from the god that he betrayed! He had no idea what a stupid path he was on! Should have just listened to Bobble! Don't be like him, Apex! I still don't trust Bobble, though. What did he leave these messages for? What exactly did you tell him? Ha! He wanted to undo the void created by humanity! Bobble just told him it's impossible! Can you lift the chair you're sitting on? Can you change humanity as a human? What's this void? Yet another contained anomaly? Did I say it's anomaly? No! Bobble did not say it's an anomaly, I guess. The void is the nothingness created by the puny mind of humans. Okay. It's an integral part of human civilization. Bobble and Apex, we don't need stupid stuff like that. Totally not cool. Damn, it's essentially telling me nothing. Judah could have given his body and mind to Bobble. While he could, Bobble is immune to the void, you know. I still don't trust Bobble, though. I'd prefer to fight the void on my own than have Bobble, like, in my head, I guess. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the stream. Being controlled by a clown? Not sure if that's an appealing idea. Yeah, I don't think that's better. What's wrong with that? Being controlled by a clown beats becoming one of them, whatever they are. Bobble always say, if you're dead anyway, at least die a fun overdose. Oh my god. Hello, Slimies. Welcome to the stream. What is that voice? That is the voice of the clown. That is obviously the Bobble voice. It has, like, it fits him perfectly. It's a mix of, like, up and down on your octaves. A mix of, if you ever watched ReZero, the clown-like guy that's in that one. What's his name? I forget his name. Hello, Beanslayer69, welcome, or 60, I mean. Welcome to the stream. This game is called, Escape Site 13. It's a new game that just released. It's a Chinese indie game, and so this is all, like, the translations. That's why there's some spelling errors. It just recently released, so there are a few minor bugs that we've been finding, mainly spelling errors. There's one bug during one mini-game, but for the most part, it's very good. Great lore so far, and I've been enjoying it for sure. We've been streaming it for about, we're probably around 5 hours into the game, but we read every piece of lore, like we're gonna read this now, basically. Sorry, do you want me to give you a stubble or aftershave tones? I'd say like aftershave. I need to shave again right now, honestly. But yeah. Because I like having, like, a little bit of, like, hair, basically, all the way around, like, beard-wise, but I don't like having too much, right? I just like having, basically, the shading that it gives you, right? The shading that it gives on the chin. I don't know, I like having stubble there. Like the afternoon shadow, or whatever it's called. Date 6/14/2000 and something. I should have reported this to the management, yet the sole directive from Dr. Emerson for the past 3 days has been to dump all humanoid anomalies into the body pit. Perhaps I could attempt to report Dr. Emerson's leniency towards our own to the higher-ups, but acknowledging now that I'm influenced by anomalies hardly seems a sound choice. I have conducted cognitive bias tests on myself, consecutively for 7 days, scoring an entire 13 points below the normal threshold, which, with each passing day, I feel the red mist in my mind growing denser. Judah Hermes, level 3 researcher, head of the neuroscience division at Site 13, age 35, birthday repeatedly corrected. Oh wow, damn it, which day is my birthday? Oh my god, he doesn't even remember his own birthday. My cognition is deteriorating. Even my own past is growing vague. Thoughts not my own cascade in, as if I am becoming another entity. Stay calm, Judah. Stay calm. I have some insights into the origin of the anomalous influence. 4231. Since that stele emerged from the black waters, everything began to decay. I am not the only one influenced. Work efficiency in my group has dropped to nearly 0 these days. I cannot just sit and wait. Thoughts, deductions, everything that goes on in my mind could be a clue. If I can get to the bottom of the ideas behind those inscriptions, perhaps there's still some time to salvage the situation. Bless me. No. I need no blessing from deities, if there indeed be any. Just analyze, induct, deduce, keep rational. Judah. Rational thinking is the only weapon that I can trust. Date, 6/23 of 2000 and something. I have been having the same dream. Across a wasteland shrouded in red smoke, a shepherd with a crimson crown marches forward. Bones and tendons compose his horse, and from the raised whip drip blood and flames. The smell of scorched earth spreads as his lash strikes at rust-colored herd, inciting a chorus of angry howls. Where the herd passes, only blood floods the fields. For the Lord of the 7 urns shall return, and he who wears the crimson crown shall be king of men. That makes me think of, like, Lord of the Rings. So that's some sort of other SCP monster. Could be through the Thresher server's alternate reality, I guess? Like the Hell reality? For the past 7 days, I've been trying to decode the inscriptions on the Gopher Stele, or Artifact 9917. Since both the stele and the inscriptions are related to the Bad Sea, it must also be linked with Artifact 4231. The hallucinations they trigger are nearly identical. These days, I've searched through the entire database of the site, even comparing files from the Department of Anomalous History, but it's futile. Those unknown symbols don't match any more mimetic anomalies or symbolic systems. The only thing of note is that reoccurring dream. I hear the howls of the herd every single time I fall asleep. Each time I dream, the shepherd's face comes closer. Slimies, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Hell yeah, welcome to the stream, Slimies, and thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Hello, Raptors, welcome as well. Okay, so the summary of this one, basically, Dr. Emerson is realizing that his brain is having mimetic cognitive malfunctions, and an SCP is interacting and affecting him. Some sort of anomalous entity is affecting him. Probably Bobble the Clown, most likely, but could also be the god thing from the alternate dimension from the Thresher server. Because he figures this out, he logs it and tracks it. He realizes the rest of his colleagues are having it affect them as well, and he is trying to figure out, he can't pray to a god, what he needs to do. He needs to just collect as much data as possible and do his best basically to record what's happening and try to survive. And when he sleeps, he has dreams of the Thresher server anomalies. So yeah, he's probably not doing well. What's this? Hidden texts in these files? Aha! You and his messages, you're affecting each other? Interesting. Now I know where he hid those records. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's the other issue, though, is we are helping Bobble find this guy's stuff. Like, he specifically, as part of the cult, hid the records and the journals from Bobble the Clown. And now that we're finding them, and we're working with Bobble, Bobble is finding them as well. Which is, it's rough. The plaque on the door is heavily scratched, nigh unreadable. There's a foxed piece of paper over the plaque, with the word Sanctuary scrawled on it. So this is a Sanctuary of the humans, maybe. The lock on the door is still active. I need a password to open it. That note I found in the previous iteration. I think there's a clue about the password in it. Okay. We once got a password, though. That was 7777, and we never got to use it. I want to try using it. Oh, I'm in. I'm in. Easy. I was thinking maybe it was the 4231, potentially, but no. 777 worked. Oh! Oh, bro blew his brains out. Oh, no. Oh, God. Hello, sir. Why do humans take their own lives? What's wrong with them? Okay, that is such a crazy question. There was time where I was mentally weak enough where I understood, like, the reality of, like, ending myself. When I was, like, mentally weak. I got through that phase when I was, like, a depressed teenager. And now I will never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, even if I was in excruciating pain, if all my limbs were severed, I would still fight to survive. That's my new, like, version of myself. And, like, it's insane. If I ever go missing stream and end up dead from, like, a suicide or something, someone killed me. Find them. Because I will never commit suicide. Like, ever, ever, ever. Like, it's just, there's no benefit. Even if you're in the most severe pain on the earth, I would still want to live. Like, I just want to live and do what I can, basically. So, yeah. Make sure, if I ever go missing, clearly someone evil has done something. Uh-huh! At least now he doesn't need to fake his death record! What if Bobble takes me? Oh, no. Behind the dead body is a bulletin board where there's a blood-stained public notice. Interesting. They have a standard procedure for praying. Scientists' habits die hard, I suppose. Yeah, so he, I guess, didn't agree with, like, the praying mentality and stuff, so he noted down everything, and then took his own life so that he doesn't do anything crazy or lose himself, I guess. I guess which some people would agree with. They'd rather die honorably in their own sense than lose who they actually are. Versus, I think, even if I did lose myself to some insanity type thing, I still think I'd have some potential to either overcome that insanity, or have someone help me overcome that insanity and come back to reality, basically. So I still wouldn't do that. That just is something I would not do. Yep. Yep, most of them have no idea what this place really is. This archive office has been repurposed as a sanctuary for the zealots. I thought the key to prayers is not how, but whom you're praying to. Huh? There's no real formula for your daily prayers. It is true. I think it is whom you pray to that matters, not how. Like, whether you do, like, this, like, I guess, like, if you do something like this, it's how you pray, like, it doesn't really matter. It's who and what you're praying to, and what you're praying for that matters, not what position your body is in during the prayer, right? Hello, Space, welcome to the stream, welcome, welcome, hello, comma, just literally their entire username is a comma mark, welcome to the stream. The power of prayers goes to not the idols, but the ideas behind them. Because of that, Bobble took a cut from their offering and broke out of Papa Emerson's cage. Okay, so Emerson had Bobble trapped, and he broke free. Did you? Bobble feeds on the yearn for violence and killing. As long as there is one human left, Bobble won't starve. Yeah, see, so he doesn't want to kill all of humanity. He lives off of human suffering and fighting each other and torture and battling. So he wants people to survive, so he'll try to keep you alive basically long enough, while also making you kill people and things, going insane. So it's like a mix of both. Again, he enjoys the entertainment. He lives off the entertainment. He thrives on it. In that sense, Bobble is like a mascot of violence. Right? A mascot. Sweet. Bobble loves mascots. I hate Bobble. In that sense, this so-called god of theirs are close to Bobble in nature. Is that why Site-13 imploded under the influence of violence? Hello, Power Carter, welcome to the stream. I don't believe it's part of human nature. Boulder and Craig are not like that at all. I'd love to see you starve. Not gonna happen! Billions of people love Bobble without being aware of it. Is that how you manipulate their minds? No! Bobble manipulates nobody! Bobble only fans the flame that is already there. New document, prayer manners. Dude, he is definitely a manipulator. He is lying about not manipulating. He is manipulative as absolute feck. Standard procedure for prayers. So this is how to pray, I guess, in their version. This document is intended for researchers who have been in contact with artifact K redacted, and possess a cognitive resistance value of CRV less than redacted. Please read and adhere to these procedural norms carefully, ensuring that the following procedure is completed at least once within 30 minutes after concluding the experiment. Step 1. Observe the image below for at least 21 seconds, committing its geometric structure to memory. Step 2. Using the current horizontal lines as reference, tilt your head downward between 25 and 30 degrees, and maintain this posture for 5 seconds. Step 3. Without any visual aid, attempt to recall the geometric structure of the image from Step 1. Step 4. Verify whether your recollection memory matches the geometric structure of the image from Step 1. If they match, proceed to Step 5. If they do not, restart the process from Step 1. Step 5. Place your hands together, palm to palm, ensuring each finger is touching its counterpart. Hold this position for 8 seconds. So that could either be this praying format, or technically palm to palm and finger to finger. You could have it like spread out like that, basically. So it could be this format, and I think, can't you do this, like where you put like a little... Yeah, like, if it's palm to palm, but you curve all your fingers, technically all your fingers are touching. So you could pray like this, where your fingers touch, and your palms touch like that. Step 6. Separate your hands from fists with both. Then cross them and align the base of your thumbs with your temples. Okay, interesting. Separate your hands and form fists with both. Then cross them and align the base of your thumbs with your temples. So separate the hands after doing the prayer motion. Separate them. Fists. Then cross them and align the base of your thumb with your temples like this. This is what they'd be like looking like. They would look like this, basically. Right? Or wait, no, it's still a fist. So it's just this, then. That's such a weird pose. That's your prayer pose? Step 7. Recite the sacred name of our Lord. Step 8. Express your thanks for the divine grace bestowed upon you. Okay, that is creepy as all hell. Okay. Weird, creepy weirdos. Okay. Hello, Spenny. Welcome to the stream. My eyes are blue, yes. They are lightish blue. Hello, SB Origami. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. So much needless violence, indeed. Hello, Oisin Noel. Welcome to the stream. This is Escape Site 13. Think of it as SCP 1730, I think it was. Do we check the door first, or do we go forwards? I think we check the door first. Okay, I'm glad I checked the door. Do I put on the cultist mask? A weird mask. I have no idea what it's for or why it's here. Can I not put it on? I was gonna say I should put it on to try to, like, blend in so I don't get, like, killed right here. There's a piece of parchment attached to the chair. Here the title says, New Testament, Revelation 8. Or VIII. Neo Testament, Revelation 8. The revelation given unto Andrew by the Lord himself, that we might show unto the saints the things which must shortly come to pass. Thus I, on behalf of Andrew, have written herein all that was seen and heard, the words of God, and the testimony of our Lord. Testimony 8:1. I posed a question unto the saints. 2. Are the weapons of the Lord sharp? Is his armor strong? 3. Then Andrew, clothed in a mask among us, thus answered. 4. The thresher is now exceedingly stable. 5. The timid among us, Jacob, inquired, Is it utterly fail-safe? If the weapon cannot bear the might of our Lord. 6. Andrew then raised his hand, struck the tabletop to silence Jacob, saying, The strength of material or structure is not our concern. It is how the hand of the Lord connects with the weapon, and how the implanting and verifying of algorithms are accomplished. He turned again to preach unto the congregation. But fret not. When I declare its stability, I mean to say it dares to operate, and it dares to overload. Is that not stability? No, that is not. Overloading is not stability. Now, more than the server, Subject 242 still refuses to cooperate with us. What shall we do? Subject 242 is either the Bloodworm or it's Bobble. I think it's Bobble, right? The 242 I think is Bobble, the clown. 7. Bartholomew, the doer among us, though not eloquent, said, Let us then offer up this sinner as a living sacrifice unto our Lord. It could be disguised as a disappearance. With agents in eternal affairs and security, we have our connections. I shall personally execute this sinner's offering. Or maybe 242 stands for the guy that didn't, like, fall for the religion and then ended up committing suicide. Hello, Game Phone, welcome to the stream. In lore, Bobble the Clown manipulates children by teaching them things like how to hide bodies and commit arson, so he's very dangerous. Yes, yeah, he manipulates people basically to commit violence. Hello, Jack Bright, welcome to the stream. What am I doing in your facility? Our AI SCP told us to be here for our facility. I'm working for the Chinese SCP Foundation, and our goal basically is to research, acquire, and create the history and write it down and document the things that are happening. You see, your facility got teleported out of your dimension and teleported to this dimension, where it teleported into China and in the side of a mountain, where we are now currently exploring it. Our entire team is dead, many people are dead, but we will try to shut down the Thresher server that teleported it out of your dimension, maybe end up sending the facility back to you. So don't worry, it'll clearly go back to you. No worries at all. We're fixing it up, you know? We're fixing up the place. We already killed the monster that broke free, right? We helped with your containment breach, so we're clearly the good guys here. Clearly. Stability, subject 242, okay. Bartholomew, opera of the liver sacrifice with agent internal affairs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. 9. Jacob's unease was somewhat lessened, yet soon after he pondered. But what of the boy, the blood seeker? How fares his condition? Either that means the worm or someone infected by the worm. 10. Martha, reserved as ever, spoke softly from a corner of the room. Harley and the boy are well. Take no worry. Okay. 11. Andrew admonished. That boy is our key to dismantling this place. Take extra care with him. 12. Thomas, our devout, looking upon the holy water in the basin, prayed, The tower of the faithfulness shall eventually collapse under the work of ceaseless ants. The blasphemy of sinners will indeed invite fury and destruction, and the kingdom, the power, and the glory shall forever belong to our Lord. Amen. 13. Andrew then outlined the details of the operation to the disciples, Once the offering begins, I shall ensure the site's security and emergency protocols are disabled. Bleak Everwood has already converted the Oracle, or to the Oracle. The Swift Tactical Response Team will not obstruct us, and the remaining resistors are of no concern. So basically, the cult people got the head of the Emergency Protocol Security Tactical Response Team to join the cult. So they're shutting down all protections in the facility, so the breach then was basically expanded further, which is bad, like really bad, basically. 14. Bartholomew confirmed, or affirmed. Judah Hermes, too, cannot thwart our plan. His means of counteraction are not to be feared. He will fall like a startled beast in our hunt, and the blood of the traitor will nourish the lips and bowels of the warriors. Judah Hermes is the one who we've been having the torrent writing on the walls from, and he was the one not letting himself fall to the cultists, and I think the one that we saw who committed suicide, I think. 15. Thomas cried out for the Lord's victory, his eyes blood red. Slay all unbelievers! Plunder all unbelievers! Enslave all unbelievers! My Lord, my King, my Father, he stands with us! His eyes shall see, his offspring triumph, his ears shall hear the sinner's wail! 16. Lastly, Andrew once again spread the word of the Oracle. Whatever happens, offering up weapons onto the Lord is our foremost duty, as decreed on the Gopher Stele, to be executed without fail. 17. Saint Peter Mortis, faithfully and devoutly, full of reverence, cried, to proclaim the name of the Lord. 18. And all praised the Oracle, to proclaim the name of the Lord. May the grace of the Lord be ever with the saints. Praises unto the name of the Lord. So basically this is going over one of their cultist meetings at the thing, discussing basically freeing of the god from the alternate dimension using the Thresher server, the god that they're currently praying to. And the god has been asking them to collect all the weapons and bring them to him for when he leaves the server to use those weapons. Also, to make it so that there isn't resistance from the facility and the Foundation. Remember, this Foundation, they went broke, so they worked with the GOC, and the Global Occult group is now working with them. But to stop the Global Occult Coalition from messing with them, and the SCP Foundation from messing with them, they have taken control of all the main heads in the office, basically, and all the people that are in the facility right now, and so there will not be resistance when they break their god free from the alternate dimension. That's basically the summary of what just happened, and now they're going to go and continue to commit their plan. These zealots are leaving behind written records! Ha! Scientists! Why would they? Because documentation is a form of ritual. That is true. It is a form of ritual in many places. A form of ritual. Anything can be a ritual. They're tracing the image of their god with the words over and over again. This is true. Anything can be a ritual. It's why, I forget what form it is. Is it autistic or whatever? Where someone, no. Is it some ADHD? One of the things where you have to flick a light switch 10 times, or press a certain thing, or tap a certain spot, or only step on a certain line. That type of thing, that is something that is technically a ritual that someone puts onto themselves, and then has to repeat over and over, basically. So rituals can literally be anything, where maybe you have to, snap your fingers 3 times when you wake up. Something stupid like that can actually be a ritual. I've had rituals like that I used to make as a kid, just random things that I do, and then I basically cut all of them out because it was eh. But there's still some that I keep doing, or I have kept to do. For example, in Toronto, on the sidewalks, there is the date of the cement stone placed there, so it would be 1972 is when that sidewalk stone was placed. I always step on the numbers when I can, basically. OCD, that's the one, Space, you're right, OCD. I always try to step on those ones, because in my brain I made it a game as a kid that I can only take as many steps as the number that I collect off of those. So say I step on one that's 1972, that means I now have 1,972 more steps that I can take. And every time I collect another one, it adds to that number and increases the total number. And I just did that for fun. And I still, to that day, do that when I walk around. But because I've made the number so big inside my head, I don't actually care if I miss one or two or miss a bunch of them. I can just walk without stepping on them because it doesn't matter. But at the same time, I still do it sometimes just for the fun of it, right? Because it's something to step on. It's like trying to not step on cracks. I've always done that since I was a kid, not stepping on cracks. Not because of the step on a crack, break your mom's back. Never that. It was just, I never liked stepping on cracks. Hello, Killing. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Ideas become words. Words instill fear. That, plus the atmosphere of this site, expands the void in their hearts, makes them more susceptible. Interesting. In a sense, they're strengthening the effect of the stele by praying to it and doing these rituals. That makes sense. This looks like almost... Yeah, okay, this is definitely a cult prayer spot. Red lighting illuminates the star as if dousing it in blood. The event image has been updated, okay. We're looking for the Thresher server still, though. Maintenance log of the Thresher server. Conclusion. Starting the server in its current shape may result in spatial distortion, or alter the dimension that Site-13 exists in. Reported by Engineer 242, Ryan White. Which is what happened. It did distort the reality and dimensionally shift into our dimension. Hello, Hero. Welcome to the stream. Okay, what do we got here? Piles of papers in disarray. Some of them are half-written. Andrew Ammons, partner weirdo. Elliot Emerson, who I used to see as a fatherly figure. Harley Edmund, a bad mother who forgot her own daughter. Yeah, she literally did end up forgetting her own daughter because of the mimetic cognito hazards. LTE 121, stealer of someone's family. That's the bloodworm monster. Oneros, aka Jonah's fish, contained at about the same time that my father vanished. It's the reason why mother forgot about my existence. I must find a way into its containment chamber. A pet fish from Jonah. Poor Martha! She did manage to find the Leviathan in the end! That's the whale. Maybe the pet fish is meant to be like the whale that they were talking about before. The clown is Keter? Oh, that makes sense for sure. Something with stairs, you have to walk up 2 stairs at a time. I do that just for speed. It's just faster. Some staircases I will do 1, depending on how steep it is, but if it's not steep enough, I will take the stairs 2 at a time. And then when going down the stairs, what I do is go like with my feet, like I don't know how to explain it. It's where you basically let your feet slip off each stairs tip to super speed down them really fast. When I want to hurry, of course. If I'm walking slowly, then it's like, whatever. And again, it depends on the steepness of the stairs, and it depends on the friction that you have with the stairs, right? By which you mean the statue in the lobby? A great whale drifts between the realms of dreams and waking life, only to get beached and diced into sashimi. The jailers made a monument for it. You've seen that? They made a giant statue for a contained anomaly. The beast changed 3 lives. Elliot Emerson, Harley Edmund, and Martha Edmund. And these 3 sowed the seeds of destruction. Bobble loves the hell out of this beast. It turns nightmares into reality. Is Martha one of these zealots? I saw her name in their new covenant. She joined them all right, but for a different reason. Little Martha is in an interesting case. The void in her is so huge that even a god can't fill it. Interesting. The rest of them joined the cult to find a meaning, to hear the wailing of the herd. Martha, though, was filled up to the brim with her own meaning. Andrew recruited little Martha with tricks and lies. Without her, they couldn't have fixed the Thresher server. What exactly is Martha after? She's after the truth. She's like a hound in that sense. Always running after Oneros and the truth behind it. I mean, what's the point? She couldn't have changed a thing. I'm like Martha in that sense. Once I was determined to get to the bottom of the truth. 2, to find out what I am. In the end, I did find the truth, but it was by no means the answer that I was looking for. It does suck. Sometimes the truth is not what you actually were seeking out in the first place, but it's better, in my opinion. Even if the truth isn't what you wanted. Say probably one of the biggest ones would be, say, you were adopted as a kid. You want to find out the truth if your parents are your real parents. You find out, okay, they didn't give birth to you. They're still your parents that raised you and you'll love them and etc, etc. But at least you know the truth of that they picked you and they chose you and that this is what they did, right? Peanut, you don't know what to think of the clown voice? I think it matches the clown though, doesn't it? I think it matches pretty well. I'm surprised that I've been able to replicate the voice for 3 different days. That's the thing, is because usually I lose a voice of a character after like a day, but I've so far been able to replicate it by trying to remember it and go with it kind of thing. I've kind of faltered on it a few times, but that's why I've added in the pitch tone dropping and up and down, basically where you would have a voice crack, to try to help it for if I do end up losing it for a second, that it technically fits into his voice still, right? About that? She found her own end in Leech Boy's room. Go find her, shoo, see for yourself. Interesting. New document, platform driver key. Okay, we got an SCP key. This key card unlocks the platform that leads to the containment zone where access control is strictly maintained. So this is that elevator that we couldn't take before. New document, containment zone manual. Oh god. Okay, containment and operation manual. What does this mean? Stops. Red are stops. Yellow are maintenance stations. Green are connecting tunnels. Warning. If a transportation platform experiences instability, abnormal shaking, failure to start, or brake malfunctions, it must be taken to the maintenance facility immediately. Do not obstruct transportation routes. Violators will be held responsible for any disruptions or damages caused. Okay, interesting. You don't understand why people think being adopted is bad? Like, it's because, I guess it's because with a blood relative, there's a connection where people think that it's like, oh, they're forced to love you, but the thing is, they aren't forced to love you and forced to care for you. Like, there is benefits to both being adopted and not being adopted. It is usually families are better when it is like their own kid, because people usually treat them better if it's their own flesh and blood, but that's just usually. It doesn't mean everyone does it like that. Also, I never even realized this is a metal detector machine right here. Like, it really depends on what happens with who. So I'm really sorry I couldn't resist. It was on sale for $1. What was on sale? Chocolate bar? That's fine. Having a little bit of chocolate isn't the end of the world. And then if it's dark chocolate actually has a little bit of stuff that's good for you. Dude, I've kept up my diet so far. Every day that I've streamed, I haven't eaten anything once. No carbohydrates. The most sugar that I've had is, again, ketchup or sauces that I've eaten with my meat, or clementine oranges, which is nice vitamin C and stuff. And again, it's better sugars because it's from a fruit, so your body can process it better. An apple triangle? Nice. Dude, okay, at some point I will break the diet, because again, one of my sisters gifted me a brownie mix for Christmas that she's going to make for me at some point. So at some point, I'll make that brownie mix, or make it with my sister, basically, and bake brownies together and eat those. But I want to hold out for as long as possible, because again, the goal this year, for my physical in person, I'm still working out and stuff, but my goal this year is to get abs. And to get abs, you have to constantly lose body fat. So I'm slowly losing it. You should see, basically, my appearance should slowly get better throughout the streams, throughout this year. So hopefully by the end of this year, I'll be able to take the stream from the first day, or the first few days, first week even, which is what we've gone through already, and take the, like, say, 1 month in, 2 months in, 3 months in, 4 months in, and you should be able to see changes in my face, in my, like, neck. Like, my neck should get thicker and stronger. My face should become a little bit slimmer and more rigid, a little bit, just not much, because I've already been pretty slim for, like, a while. Like, I'm still, like, slim for most people, right? Like, I'm around, like, 160, 170, and I've lost weight. I think I did go up to, like, 170 something during Christmas holidays when I was eating really unhealthy, but I've cut it down. We're doing great so far. And then again, I'm trying to get my skin perfect again. That's one of the things I'm trying to fix, is my skin, which I've always had an issue with acne. My face, I can usually get pretty clean and pretty perfect. Like, I've got, like, the tiniest little bit, like 1 or 2 right here, right now on my cheek, but for the most part, it's all gone on my face. It's my back that's an issue that I'm trying to get through as well, and dieting does help with that. So I'm doing my best to, like, balance things to try to get my health done. And yeah, so that's the goal as well throughout these streams, is keep it going consistently. And if I break it for even 1 second or 1 moment, I know it creates weakness, basically. The longer you go and keep up a streak, the easier it becomes to keep up said streak. And then that's the other thing, is your taste buds, they die every 10 days and reset. So I haven't eaten food in, like, sugary, bad, unhealthy food in 10 days, so I crave it a little bit less. And it also helps your digestive system in your brain, like, switch off of that wanting to eat those things and get away from it. I still have some temptations, like if my dad bakes some sort of fresh thing, or my mom makes a pastry or something, then I will still be tempted to consume those things, because it just smells so good when it's someone's, like, homemade baked stuff. Oh my god, does it smell good. But I'm able to withstand it because, you know, mental, like, just don't eat it. Literally, it's just choose not to eat it. And then I'm trying to also be a good representation for my family, because my brothers are a little overweight. That might be an understatement for one of them. And then my mother is as well, and I'd like them to all diet and stay healthy, because I want them to live a long and healthy and happy life. Like, I wish I exercised and dieted sooner. As a kid growing up, I used to think that if you exercised a bunch and got a fit body, you were the jock, you were a stupid person. Like, that's what all the media showed you. Like, I enjoyed being more of a nerdy type of guy, being the smart kid in class, being the guy that everyone came up to and asked questions about things. Like, I had a social friend group and everything. I wasn't, like, the isolated nerd type thing. Like, I was a drama kid as well. Like, I did that type of stuff. But, like, I didn't want to be a jock. I didn't want to be the sports guy. There's one other drama kid guy who always, like, went on walks and hikes and other stuff, and he was pretty fit, and he looked really good, and I looked up to him. He was great. He was, like, grade 12 when I was, like, grade 10, so he's, like, 2 years older than me, I think. He was awesome. I loved him. He, like, helped out our janitor and stuff, like, that kind of sweet type of guy. But, now I wish I started sooner on in life, like, working out and stuff, because It makes you mentally healthier. It makes me sleep easier. Like, when I work out, my body's more fatigued, so then I sleep easier. And then it's just, everything's better. Again, being able to look in the mirror and be happy with myself. And I still want to be better, right? Like, I still want to improve and be even greater, but looking in the mirror and then being like, I want to change this thing. Like, I love character customization and creation. Like, I love customizing characters in video games. In real life, you can technically customize yourself a little bit. Like, you can change, like, your muscle stuff. Now, you can't be to a max amount, right? Like, you have genetics for your leg muscles, for your thighs, and for your, what was it, calves? Calves are the really big one. I have really nice calf genetics, and I'm really happy with that. I don't have really good bicep and other muscle genetics, though, in the sense of appealing, like, size-wise. Mine are very sinewy and, like, tight and taut. But I like it because then it's more sleeper build-like and more anime-styled, which I like. But I will never have, like, the big, bulky, like, hulking type of muscles. I will never have that. The biggest I can get myself to might be, like, I don't know. Like my biceps are, like, this big right now. Like, that's my bicep right now. It's hard to, like, see with a sweater on and stuff. But, like, I want to get it to, like, maybe that big, right? Like, from, like, this big to, like, that big. Like, get it up maybe another inch or so. Or, like, a couple centimeters, right? Bigger. But I don't think I need it bigger than that. My goal is to be able to lift 50-pound dumbbells, be able to bench press 225 or more, be able to have abs, and have, like, my kind of, like, anime guy physique. That's, like, the goal. That's the goal physique for me, basically. You wish you knew how to model stuff? Yeah. Your face is in it? The thing is, if you don't think that your face is it, always know you always look at yourself mirrored, basically. I think I look better mirrored than I look not mirrored, which means I look better to myself in the mirror than what other people see me as, which is a little annoying because I'm like, oh damn, I look slightly worse than that because of, like, the symmetries are slightly different and stuff. When it comes to face stuff for changing your face for better, like, people do mewing and other stuff, of course, or, like, chewing gum. A lot happens to do with, like, jawline and everything else like that. Like some people get, like, dental surgeries and other things, and, like, teeth straightening and all of that type of stuff. But overall, if you just take care of yourself, and then happiness, that's a big thing a lot of people don't realize. The more you smile, the more smile lines you get on your face, the more happy your face seems, the more bright and uplifting it seems. If you're always frowning or upset or depressed and, like just frowny face, mainly it's frowny face, not even really depressed. The more you frown, the more frown lines you get on your forehead, the more wrinkles you get there, and the more, like, angry your lips will be, like, downturned. I like having a neutral to an upper, like, half smile. Like, if you see my face, like, neutral, right? Like, my lips are, like, pretty straight out, right? My dad has, like, a permanent, like, more smiley face. My dad has always been more of a smiley guy. My mom's always been a little bit more frowning. Like, she still has a beautiful smile and stuff, but her lips have always been slightly downturned. I think a little bit of that is genetic as well, because my mom's side of the family, I swear, always has more frowning faces, like, permanent, like, that. Like, some people say they have permanent bitch face or a permanent scowl. You can change that by ending up and smiling more. Like, it really depends, though. And again, everything impacts it. Like, you're not going to smile a whole bunch if your environment sucks or if your life kind of sucks right now, right? It's really hard to smile a lot more, right? But yeah. Chicken legs? Hey, squats, running, jogging, hiking. Hiking's huge and awesome. I love hiking. Before diving into action, I should take a moment to think things through. What bothers me most right now is, oh no, we have to do the puzzle. I should be doing the puzzle while we were talking like this. Emerson aside, Andrew Ammons seems mighty suspicious too. He activated the Thresher server himself. More importantly, Andrew Ammons insists activating the Thresher server when the situation turned critical, even though he was well aware of its fatal flaw. Yeah, Andrew Ammons is definitely evil. And then the other guy's also evil with the cultist stuff. The only one I think I like Judah, who made the spirit things. I think he's been decent, but I'm pretty sure he committed suicide, which I also don't agree with. I don't think there's any good guy in this situation or thing. I don't even think that we're a good guy here. It's just, hopefully, that we do the best thing. What is this? Okay, this is not translated yet. Again, there's some small glitches. It's an indie game that just got made. This is just Chinese text. Maybe that's the conclusion, though. No, this doesn't fit together? Maybe try a different approach? Alright, so not the Chinese stuff. Reveal! The grand reveal. No. The disguise. No, it's not the disguise. The casualties that happened. No? Their principles. It was their principles all along. No, not the principles. The threat. It was the threat all along. Okay. Again, like Emerson, maybe he had his own plans too. Interesting. That's not Chinese? No, the game is made by Chinese devs. That's 100% Chinese. That's 100% Chinese. There ain't no way. Hello, Tree. Welcome to the stream. There's no way that's not Chinese. I think it's like Chinese layered on top of Chinese, I think is why that was like that. Like, we go to clues, and we go here, like this thing right here. This one. This is definite. Wait. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Wait. Death, deliver, lucid one, inevitable, lucid, rational, promise, stable. Okay, you're right. This might not be Chinese. This might be just symbols, actually, like SCP lore symbols. You might be right, Space. I think you're right about that. Dude, I was so used to having mistranslation Chinese stuff that I thought the random symbols from SCP lore were Chinese. Oh god, I apologize to any Mandarin viewers. I apologize. I don't know Chinese well enough. I think I'm at level B13. I need to travel, yep, to B11 again. I could go to B10, though. I didn't even realize that was an option. What happens if I go to B10 and I just leave instead of going down the elevator, actually? I wonder if you get, like, a special achievement of, like, oh, you abandoned your mission. I might try it, actually, go to B10. But that also just delays us. How much time do we have on the stream? Oh, we've got time, I'm B11. Can I run away? No, B10 is just basement 10. I don't think I can actually escape through basement 10, actually, now that I think of it. We probably can't actually use it and get out. Yeah. Yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, this is basement 10. It's not like floor 1. I was thinking of it like floor 1 because it's the last floor in the elevator, but now. Alright, let's just go to B11 and do the main story. Alright, B11. I can always do another playthrough where I try to like speedrun everything and try to get 100% achievements. I can always do that later. Hello, Adyan. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully we haven't missed any of the documents, because again, there's an achievement for collecting 100% of documents. And I've worked really hard to not miss any small side things anywhere. I've done my best that I can. Okay. Okay, that music just started up randomly. Alright. Oh no, was I supposed to use the map for this? Oh, I understand how this works. Okay, so it's like one of those square games where you can only move until you hit an object, and it won't stop moving until you hit the object. And our goal is to go... Okay, I think... one goal is all the way down here. And then to the right. There's a side goal up and to the left. I kind of want to go for the one up and to the left, actually. Let's go to the one up and to the... I mean, up and to the right. What am I... I'm tripping. If we go here and we go... down? No, we go through it. Well, that's annoying. Oh, wait, but we can go here then. And then here. And then here. And then here. And then here. Then here. Then here. But the gate's locked, even though it says it should be open. This is the gate that I was trying to get to. Okay, screw it. Then let's go. Let's re-loop, basically. Go back to the start, square one, and then get the one at the bottom. It's very easy to get to. Let me go back down there. So we go right here, down. That's back at square one. We go left, up, left, down, right, down, and right. Yeah, this is the one they're trying to get us to go to for the story. Wait, why aren't I... Oh, down, left, up. Okay, there we go. Easy. Easily done. Easy stream. Alright, what do we got here? What document do we have? Standard Containment Unit 291, intended for LTE 121. So that was intended for the giant worm monster. We've contained it, though, so we're fine, basically. Contained on blank blank of 19th. Experimented on sometime in the 20th. Okay, so yeah, so they got the SCP sometime in the 19th century, and then there's the 20th century when they were experimenting on it. Finally, home sweet home of the big baby. Yeah, we killed the big baby, if that's how he wants to put it. What do we got here? A dead guy and a computer. This is the maintenance station. Hacking in. Da-da-da-da. Oh. Huh? 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 Okay, I'm fixing my elevator thingy. Cool. Okay. Alright, we have fixed our elevator. This is basically anomalous concentration camp? Kinda, yeah. Well, because, yeah, that is really what it was. They were basically torturing the anomalies and then disposing of them, so... yeah. Damaged parts replaced. Now the platform should work. Okay. Now that gate's opened up. Okay, good to know. But before we go to that one, we are definitely going inside the store. 100%. What do we got in here? I'm all the way off screen to the left. I'm trying to see if there's any secrets. Okay, I can run off to the left-hand side of the screen, but I can't... the screen doesn't follow us, which is annoying, but okay. An office desk with the sign of usage. Do anomalies need furniture? Aha! Nope! He doesn't need no desk! No hands, no feet! He's just this ugly thing, you know? Okay. Researcher's Diary, September 3rd, sometime in the 2000. Once again, I'm falling into my old habit of forgetfulness, possibly because this place never lets me feel at peace. Writing in this diary might help mitigate that, so I've decided to start documenting my thoughts, and even requested that long-forgotten guitar from the lounge. Where should I begin? Unlike research logs, a diary requires thoughtful reflection as I write. Isn't that what diaries are for? Let's start with something recent. Today, I was assigned a new anomaly. Reports say it's a dangerous vampire-like creature. I hope the containment measures are up to par. September 4th, 2000 redacted. It's hard to believe that so-called vampire is just a small boy with dark skin. Most of the time he just curls up in the corner of his cell, barely daring to glance my way. He's very compliant, or should I say submissive, in all experiments. Is this the feared dangerous vampire? He apparently attacked Dr. Hella during a past session, injuring her severely. That's led to strict limits on psychological assessments and interactive experiments with humanoid anomalies. Though he looks so gentle, could we be missing something? Maybe some more observation is needed. September 5th, 2000 and redacted. Today, I attempted to engage him in conversation. It seems he understands me to some extent, because he did indeed respond, albeit slightly. Regardless of what I say, he won't meet my eyes. What has he been through? My colleagues suggest I shouldn't dwell on it too much. He's just one of many anomalies at our site. Maybe they are right. September 6th, 2000 and redacted. Elijah. I asked him what his name was, driven by a sudden inspiration. I had no expectations, but he whispered Elijah, in Hebrew. I thought it was a girl's name at first. After I started addressing him by his name, he finally met my gaze. This is technically against the protocol, but the use of his name has sparked a smoother cooperation in our studies. That can't be bad, can it? What's my opinion on artificial food dyes? Is it... There are some food dyes that are good, but I don't know if the food dyes that are good are not artificial ones, like they are organic food dyes. I think all artificial food dyes are bad, I'm pretty sure. And it's the organic food dyes that are good. There might be some artificial food dyes, though, that are good, depending on how they're made. Because there's a certain, like, oh my god, there's a certain couple dyes that help with certain medical things. But the majority of stuff that's put in our food as artificial food dye tends to be really awful, like the stuff in Fruit Loops and other cereals, like the stuff to make things brighter in most things. Like, it's not good to consume those. A lot of them do lead to cancer and other issues, especially in large doses. So I can't borderline say they are all bad. I'd say majority are bad. You have to do your own research. Let's figure out which ones are okay or good. And I don't know if it's all artificial ones are bad and there's organic ones that are good. I know most organic ones are good. But yeah, I can't give like a blanket statement for that, sadly. Most bad stuff is banned in the EU. EU is usually better at it. Canada's also slightly better than America at it for banning like the bad stuff, which is why Americans, a lot of them are fat. It's not even just that they're eating unhealthily, it's that they are eating foods that are more unhealthy for them, right? These days, if you haven't noticed, if you look at the packaging stream, if any of you go and look at the packaging of any bread or pastry product that you're having, that's not like, say, a special single family-owned business pastry-like place. If it's any big corporation one, every single bread product has increased the amount of gluten in it because people started having gluten-free foods and stuff. Basically, a massive surplus supply of gluten came into the economy everywhere around the world, and so they're putting extra gluten in every single food, and gluten is not healthy for you, and they're putting like a lot of it. They've increased the gluten exponentially in most breads, say like at Costco, at Walmart, at Loblaws, etc. And so that's why the breads are a lot unhealthier, and they make you feel full and then they make you hungrier after and stuff. It's bad. Just the breads bought at stores are just bad. It's better to make your own, though I know most people can't make their own bread and stuff, but yeah, it's just bad, and there's a lot of gluten. Like Red 40 is bad? Yeah. There's a lot of different dyes that are just unhealthy dyes. Hello, Seti Boy. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Alright, okay. So we read all of this. We're on this now. November 10th, 2000 and redacted. Today my task was to execute SCP US blank. I'm assuming that's the one that was the fighting monster one? Maybe not. It's a horde experience. The subject looked like... Oh no, it is a different person. Okay. It's a horde experience. The subject looked like an ordinary human girl, except for her wings. She was covered in scars, staring at me desperately, begging for mercy. We're told our research is for the greater good, to save humanity. That's what I believed when I joined. What am I really doing this now? Or what am I really doing this now? Is this truly necessary? I need to calm down. Lately, the only solace I find is in Elijah's cell. Ironically, I've made it more comfortable for both of us, with several improvements to the room. You like bread? I love bread. I love bread. It's just, most store-bought breads are really bad and unhealthy for you, right? They say, oh, we'll have the grain breads, they're better. They are slightly better, it doesn't make them super good though, right? There's breads that are healthier than other breads, right? And there's ways to make it better. So you want like bread with less gluten in it, you want breads with more grain in it, you want breads that have maybe some omega-3s put in or some other vitamins that are put into them, right? Like homemade bread, you can even make the bread with, say, special water. Maybe use broth of some sort with your bread to make it a special flavored bread, but then it has like the extra, say, chicken broth in it or something, right? Like you can make a lot of different things that are healthier versions of the food. It doesn't mean the food is bad, it just means better. Go to a local bakery, exactly, stuff like that, usually better. Local bakeries tend to be better, they don't mass produce stuff in super cheap ways. Because again, remember, inflation is money going up. Shrinkflation is product sizes going down and getting smaller. There's one other inflation one, though. I forget what it's called, but the inflation of the quality of the product becoming less. It's why all of the frozen dinner foods, all of the, like, say, Kraft mac and cheese, it tastes like garbage. Kraft mac and cheese with me growing up, oh my god, I love Kraft mac and cheese. Now, if I tried it recently, and I was like, I can't eat this. It tastes like disgusting, revolting mush. I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is my favorite food. I don't eat much of it because, again, dieting, but, like, Kraft mac and cheese was still good. I enjoyed basically every type of mac and cheese. I literally won't eat it because it tastes like garbage. It tastes like garbage and like minor chemical. Like it's just bad. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, and it's sad because it used to taste good because it used to have better ingredients in it. They cut back on everything. So it's just the way to make more money, basically, right? You miss OG Capri Suns, old Capri Suns, old juice boxes, old everything. Like juice isn't healthy in general. Capri Suns, they're not healthy in general, but they were healthier and they were bigger and they were cheaper. Now everything is smaller, more expensive, and worse for us. It's more unhealthy because they're cheaping out on every type of form because of inflation, and the inflation is being caused by government regulations and stuff and how the money works. It's so bad. Like, it's actually so terrible. Bring back the good old days, or just make our economy better. Like, you've got Trump maybe gonna make America's one better, but here in Canada we're like screwed basically, like until we get some better government in, but I don't know. Again, all of our government stuff here in Canada sucks. Like, people say there's 2 parties in Canada or 3 or 4. It's all, they're all like the same. Like, they're all corrupt, terrible. Like, there's no good government, there's no good regulations, it just doesn't exist. You gotta have people working for themselves and for each other, basically. Our stores in Germany don't really have mass-produced bread. That's nice. Bread is our culture. I have heard that Germany has, like, good bread. Like, that is a thing Germany does well, yeah. You also have, I think, good meats as well in Germany. Like, sausages are, like, really good in Germany. Like, I went to Germany once before, like, when I was, like, 9 and doing the Europe camping trip, hiking trip with my family, and the sausages I remember being really good in Germany. February 12th, 2000 and redacted. I've lost count of how many anomalies I've executed. By now, I've become numb. A numbness that frightens me. I dread becoming an emotionless enforcer of termination orders. If I continue here, my mental health might suffer. I hope my transfer request from last week gets approved. February 16th, 2000 redacted. My transfer request was denied, as expected. The thought of endless days like these suffocates me. Meanwhile, a young girl named Martha managed to break the guitar after an altercation. So much youthful vigor. She even shares my surname, Edmund, because she's your daughter, and seemed genuinely sorry, which made it harder for me to remain upset. How much longer must I endure this ghastly place? She's lost her memory so much she doesn't even remember her own daughter. That's crazy. February 18th, 2000 redacted. It might sound foolish, But something today made me consider maybe staying isn't so bad. Elijah drew a picture using tools I provided, and somehow he presented me with a dead mouse. I can't explain why receiving these tokens made me so happy. I actually cried. Reconsidering the boy before me, I must also confront the deep familiarity I've sensed from him a long time ago. Perhaps staying at the site to protect him, at least until I can identify this feeling of familiarity, isn't such a bad idea after all. So she's the one that received the picture of the kid with a bunch of eyeballs, holding her hand basically, and with that dead mouse in the drawer. And she forgot her own daughter while basically falling in love, or wanting to be like motherly type of falling in love, with this SCP child vampire-like creature. February 25th, 2000 and redacted. Today, Elijah voluntarily refused his blood supply. Is he trying to fight his own instincts? Perhaps he's picked up on something from my ramblings, or maybe the books I introduced have made an impact. The thought of him consuming blood or entering another person's body is unsettling to many, but for him, it's merely survival, a basic instinct. Like us eating food to live, he consumes blood. To us, his habits might seem extraordinary, but in the grand scheme of life, there's nothing more ordinary than the struggle to simply exist. I genuinely think that this vampire-like creature kid thing, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the worm monster. I'm pretty sure they're the same, because again, it had the same number, right? 121, like, not SCP-121, but it was like 121 something, right? Yeah. Okay. March 11th, 2000 redacted. It feels as though someone is testing my resolve to stay. For unknown reasons, Director Emerson has noticed both me and Elijah. Like he ordered experiments on the other anomalies. He personally had Elijah taken to the lab for various tests and studies. What should I do? How can I protect him? I'm pretty sure those are the tests and studies where they basically tortured him to try to find out ways to kill him, and then brainwiped him so that he wouldn't remember the torture. And then they thought they killed him, so then they used that to kill him. They thought fire would work. March 14th, no, not fire would work. They thought ice would work to kill him. March 14th, 2000 redacted. Elijah has returned to his initial behavior, curling up in the corner and avoiding eye contact with anyone. He just wants to live, so why is he being treated this way? I don't know how to face him or what to say anymore. It's all my fault for not being able to protect him. March 16th, 2000 redacted. Today, a researcher named Andrew Ammons approached me. He is a known character among the researchers, always wearing a strange hood that covers his head, and speaking through a synthetic voice. A complete eccentric, I mean. What's odder, why would he cross several work areas just to talk to me? How did he even hear about my situation? He offered his aid, but I couldn't bring myself to trust his dubious character. So Andrew Ammons is the cult leader type guy, and he's coming to her to have her help fix the Thresher server, probably because of her connection to this SCP, the vampire SCP-like creature. March 31st, 2000 redacted. Eventually, I went along with Ammons' scheme. Whether or not this weirdo is tricking me. It's the only path forward now. He turns out to be a key player in the Project Thresher, yet they have me, an outsider, leveraging my connections to test the stability of the servers. Obviously, it seems aimed at managing an impending routine inspection by senior GOC officials. They need a scapegoat. It's as simple as that. I know what I'm signing up for, but the thing is, I really don't have any alternatives. A substantial section is missing or torn out. Interesting. June 24th, 2000 and redacted. The time has come to say goodbye to this facility. My child, I will stand by you in your anger and shatter everything Emerson has built. And this is where she took the child and threw him into the incinerator to save him, and then he consumed all the flesh things and became the super flesh monster. I think that's how that works from the lore that we've got. Hello on the fence, welcome to the stream. I think that's everything. I think that makes sense. Hopefully the new administration in America will fix the health. Yeah, RFK Jr. was supposed to help with it. Hopefully we will. Like, it will never be fully fixed. It will never get perfectly done. But I hope you've got two things. Hopefully it'll get slightly better, and then hopefully people also wake up to the fact that things are bad, basically. Because a lot of people just blanketly believe, like, health companies and stuff. And very, very often, oops, I didn't mean to skip that one. Very, very often, a lot of the studies are paid for and funded by the companies that want to abuse them. Hello, Sir Goy, 64, welcome to the stream. Yeah, a lot of studies are, like, funded. For example, the big one of the biggest scams, in my, like, family's history one, like the one that they grew up with, was that margarine was marketed as healthier than butter because of the saturated fats being better for you, or was it worse for you? It was something about the fats, and being like, oh, the fats in butter is unhealthy, have margarine. Turns out, the doctor that did that study that was then published was paid $10,000 by the food company to basically say, oh yeah, this is healthier, when in reality it wasn't. Butter is way healthier than margarine, always have real, like, butter from cows and stuff, like actual healthy butter, is the best version of that to have. Don't have butter substitutes, they're all unhealthy. But their studies are done to make them seem healthier, but they're paid for studies so that you have things. It's the same thing, if you ever watch that lawyer guy who talks about how the insurance companies will hire a doctor to basically testify that you weren't injured, but it's not an actual doctor, maybe it's not a practicing doctor, maybe it is a practicing doctor, but he's on their payroll, so he will testify that, oh, you weren't that hurt, or you weren't that injured, so your case should be dismissed, but he's doing it because he's getting paid by the company. He's not doing it because ethically and morally he thinks, oh, you're fine in that car accident, you didn't have that bad a broken neck or whatever happened, your leg wasn't that damaged, you can still walk, you're fine, look, you were hobbling around the other day, you're fine, right? Stuff like that. It's, every company will pay for basically having professionals give their opinion on things to give evidence that, oh, this is a good thing. When, again, you can't trust everything and everyone. You have to do your own research. You have to put your own thought into it. Because if you blanket trust things, you're going to end up with a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Items ordered by Harley Edmund for Leech Boy. Okay, so he is the Leech Monster. I knew it. I was right. Okay, so the lore thing is right. Containment Unit LTE 121. Yes. All right. Date of purchase 1999. Items purchased: 3 children's toys, 3 children's books, 1 baby crib, 1 Barbie doll set. Purchased by Harley Edmund. Approved by Andrew Ammons. Okay. This all makes sense. That all makes sense now. New document. Harley Edmund's picture. Okay, girl, how could you start loving this kid more than your own frickin' daughter who lives upstairs? That's crazy. Elijah went back to his old self, cowering in the corner. I can't think of anything to say to him. I've utterly failed him. It's all my fault. I should have protected him. Her protecting him, by the way, remember, is throwing this child into the incinerator so he gets burned alive, but it's because he can survive being burned alive, and then he mutilated with all the flesh that was in there and became the worm monster. That's crazy. Okay, we did accidentally skip over one thing, though, which I do want to open that. Another document, though. Holy hell. LTE 121 Yellow Mendel Leech Boy. Description. LTE 121 Yellow Mendel Leech Boy, former KTE redacted, has already been neutralized after redacted. The following is archive documentation. That's him right there with the redactions over top of him. LTE 121 Yellow Mendel Leech Boy, hereafter referred to as the Subject, represents a threatening humanoid anomaly. The subject is categorized by the appearance of a frail male child, with dark skin and red irises. The subject subsists solely on blood to maintain its psychological characteristics, consuming approximately redacted cc of blood per feeding event. The digestion of the blood by the subject occurs at markedly slow rate. Its saliva contains an anticoagulant that prevents the coagulation of blood prior to ingestion. By the way, personally, I think if vampires were real, or we've ended up finding vampires in the world, I think we could coexist with them. Because I think there would be people who are willing to sell their blood to vampires for money, because we do recreate our blood. You could sell blood for money, make money from the vampires for that. They get to live, humans get to live, we live side by side. The only issue is vampires' immortality type things in the lore and different stuff like that, where they would be able to basically take over the world very easily because of positions of power given to creatures that can live for longer than the human lifespan, right? You'd basically get out-invested and out-ranked by them. They'd become the elites of society very quickly. So that's the one issue I can see with it. But I think we could coexist if they had a naturally expanding lifespan, or had, like, limitations and stuff, and, like, certain rights spread out. But yeah. Alright, Sir Goy, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. Take care, have a good day. Hello, Martin. Welcome to the stream. SCP-1730 is one of your favorites? Hell yeah. Alright. The subject is capable of manipulating other organisms by entering through their oral cavities. This mechanism is considered to be a form of camouflage, facilitating the subject's proximity to its prey without detection. Cognitive assessment conducted by the Mind Division have confirmed that the subject's current physical mental capabilities are insufficient to support a lifespan exceeding 2 years. However, it is noteworthy that the actual lifespan of the subject has exceeded this estimate, likely due to frequent host transfers prior to containment. The little boy isn't the SCP, it's the worms inside of the little boy. Oh my god. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's horrible. Journal of Researcher 304. Although there's no concrete evidence, a tentative estimate can be made based on the subject's duration of survival. The number of civilian casualties attributable to the subject is likely no fewer than 5 individuals. Efforts are ongoing to ascertain the identities of these potential victims. Dude, this girl touched this thing and let it basically parasite her. Journal of Director Emerson. This abomination makes me think every single time, why did God create something like this? Oof, yeah. Sanitation protocol. It is prohibited for any staff to interact with the subject without authorization. Routine cleaning of the containment facility where the subject is held must be conducted with no fewer than 3 D-class personnel, with at least 2 armed guards present. Should the subject engage in self-harm, such behavior must be immediately reported to the project supervisor. Experiment log LTE-121, administered Dr. 1324. Purpose of experiment, to assess the subject's stress tolerance and investigate the number of civilian casualties caused by the subject. Experiment 1, procedure, subject maintained in pressure position 3 for 16 hours. Result, continuous screaming, no constructive response to inquiries. So basically they tortured it there. We've seen this before. So experiment 2, sleep deprivation for 120 hours, no constructive response. Experiment 3, electroshock treatment, continuous screaming, no constructive response. Procedure 4, exposed to extreme temperature, negative 60 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes. Subject experienced a loss of vitality and reduced hostility, yet still no constructive response. Experiment 5, injection with a truth serum. Redacted result, perhaps it's time to try more unconventional approaches. Experiment 13, exposed the subject to cognitively hazardous visual stimuli. Result, mental breakdown, follow-up experiments cancelled. Experiment 15, removal of 5% of the subject's body tissue without anesthesia? Oh, they basically skinned the thing. Result, subject showed signs of compliance for the first time and disclosed information of high value. Details in experiment report 15. Dude, you skinned it alive to get information from it about how many people it killed. Like, you're evil. There's reasons why we have Geneva Convention and other stuff. Just because someone else is evil doesn't mean you commit evil acts to talk with the evil thing. Like, then you're not lowering yourself quite to their level. Okay, which is worse, skinning a person or killing 5 people? I think killing 5 people is worse than skinning someone. I think. It's so bad. Both are bad. Oh my god, both are so bad. But he killed more than 5 people. Definitely the murders is worse because their lives are over. And they only skinned 5% of the subject's body tissue. So it'd be like it'd be like having your entire arm skinned off. Like, you can live that. That's less bad. Definitely the torture is less bad than murder. But it doesn't make the torture good. Okay, execution of mortuary 110 procedure. Result data expunged. Note on change of experimental purpose. Subsequent experiments are primarily aimed at assessing the subject's stress tolerance. Additionally, the anticoagulant in the subject's saliva is considered to have high medical value, necessitating further sample collection through experiments. I would not trust a parasitic worm monster's saliva to heal me. I would expect that saliva to have some sort of worm monsters inside of it that, oh, they heal you, but then they also take control of you type of thing. That's what I'd be worried about. Like, I don't trust that at all. Both are bad, period? Yeah. But I still think one is worse than the other, basically. Experiment 36. Interaction with SCP redacted. Result, SCP redacted was neutralized. See the file number LTE redacted for details. An unexpected result. So, one SCP died when introduced to LTE-121? Interesting. Experiment 40. Redacted, followed by an injection of Class A amnestic. Result, effective memory erasure. Note, surprisingly, the subject's psychological activities seem greatly linked to its parasitic hosts. So, the creature that the parasites are inside is technically still alive. So, the parasite worm monster is a thing, and the human boy is a thing as well, but he is being controlled by the worm things. So it's okay for her, technically, I guess, to like the child, but it's still bad because it's a symbiote creature inside. That's so messed up, bro. Experiment 42. Procedure, testing the live fire capability of AOD redacted. Set to 3 stages. Result, the subject survived. So I'm assuming that's like an anomalous object that they used to try to kill it. Experiment 50. Procedure redacted. Result, data expunged. And the experiment was abruptly halted. Further experimental plans suspended. Dr. 1324 held accountable. Note from Dr. Emerson. This thing lasted longer than I expected, which doesn't matter. Procedure redacted. Result, data expunged. And the experiment was abruptly halted. Further experimental plans suspend. Oh, that's just a repeat. Yeah, that's just the same thing repeated twice. Okay. So basically, this is just describing everything that has happened with the SCP-121 Leech Boy. We've now gathered all the lore about that SCP. It can finally be confirmed that LTE-121 possesses at least the intelligence and similar psychological state of a 6-year-old child. The Foundation should have provided humanoid anomaly entities with humanitarian measures. However, everything changed after the GOC took over. Harley Edmund. So the SCP Foundation was humanely treating these SCPs and working with them, and then the GOC funding takeover basically made everything go wrong. No other, yeah, GOC evil, basically. Harley Edmund. I heard this name from Bobble before, when he talked about Leech Boy. Maybe she's Martha Edmund's mother. I think so, yes. Okay, so we now figured out all of that. There was one file, though, that we did skip over in those documents. I want to see if we can retrieve it. Was it the notes? Not secrets, collections. Mausoleum? No. Yin Yang? No. Giant's Heart? No. Secrets? Peculiarities? Correspondences? Chat log? Response? Someone? Where's SCP files? Multimedia? Recording? Propertio? Posters? No. Secrets? Damaged keycard? Coven rope? Platform drive? Contaminant? Glossary. Can I go to the glossary? Existential? Conceptual? Divinity? No. Spirit torrent? No. GOIs? The Veil? No. Cognitive? Resistance? Mimetic anomalies? No, that's something else entirely. Squad D, GOIs, history, the collection, occults, CERD, no. Research, note 1, note 2, no, not these. Alright, I guess I'll just skip over it, whatever. It's just more about the Leech Boy, I guess, just talking about it, and I just wanted to read all of it, just to have all the lore read for you guys, but I guess it's okay to skip that tiny bit, I guess. Oh. There's a huge hole in the wall opening into unfathomable darkness. Yes, because he broke out of the incinerator place, and he was a giant worm monster, so he broke through this wall when he was still, I guess, pretty small, and then as he consumed more things, he grew bigger and bigger, I think. Hello, Green, welcome to the stream, welcome. Hello, Origami as well, welcome. Damn, that's a expensive kit, holy hell. Nice. What do we got here? Hidden camera, what's more? It's the same make and model as the one I found in Harley Edmund's office. Ooh, interesting. Plot thickens. Harley Edmund, that name again. Oh, that name alrighty! Always on tip of the leech. On the tip of the leech, boy's tongue, pun intended. She's also Martha's mother. I know, you know, but she doesn't know. Okay, so that was the character researcher that was on the tip of the tongue of the monster, basically. That makes sense. Is it because of the amnestics? Nope, because of nightmares! If Martha weren't wiped from her memory, she'd vanish into nightmare bubbles too! She should count herself lucky that the Leviathan isn't all that powerful! Okay, so the Leviathan monster was controlling that type of stuff. The camera is of the same make, and yep, we found that. Alright, E to play, X to play. Okay, let's watch it. Let's watch the video stream. Elijah, my Elijah, you're in so much pain. Oh god. What can I even do for you? What should I do? Maybe I should have gone along with Andrew's plan, helped them out. But what then? Wiping out the whole site, maybe even a bigger disaster. Just to get back at him? Should I really pull so many innocents into this mess? No, Elijah, no. I shouldn't do this. I'm trying here, Elijah. I'm really trying. Just hold on a bit longer, please. Just a bit longer. Does this help at all? Was it like pain relievers? Blood, it's been a while for you. Trying to give him blood, okay. Some of that water went down the wrong way. Sorry you've tried so hard, and me, I just can't bear to watch you suffer anymore. I can't. So I guess forgetting her daughter wasn't a bad thing because it would have affected something with the whale monster. It's all my fault for not keeping you safe from that bastard Emerson. Frickin' Emerson, torturing the poor SCPs. But it's the GOC that told him to, right? So it is still his fault for following through, but bruh. Emerson, what the hell did he do? He expects me to pack up and man the front desk by tomorrow? What do I do? What can I do? And he's cut off all your blood supplies. What Andrew can give isn't even close to enough. I have to figure something out. I have to do something. No one's taking me away from my child. Yeah, she love the child. Poor Elijah. What else is there that I can do for you? No. I know what to do. I know it now. I'll give you my blood. Oh my god. Don't worry. It's just a bit of blood. I can handle it. Yeah, but it's a parasitic host SCP monster. It's like breastfeeding a baby. No. No. I must have done that before, right? Yes, you have, because you have a daughter, but like... It's a parasitic monster. Don't do that. It's time for the end, Elijah. Let me be one of the sacrifices here. Getting rid of that asshole Emerson will surely help everyone in the long run. There's the worm monster right there. I'm convinced of it. But I've involved too many others. Here, Elijah. Give me a hug. And it eats you and turns you into bait for more humans by putting you on its tongue. Yeah. Oh, what a lovely hug from a parasitic worm flesh-eating monster. So you ended it all with that bloodsucker. That seems about right. Yep. And Martha is her daughter, I believe? So this girl's her daughter, I think. I think this one. No matter how pitiful it seemed, it was just an oversized leech. Didn't you see that? Yeah, how do you fall in love with a freaking oversized leech? And in the end, my naive hopes were dashed. In your world, I no longer existed. Yep, she forgot about you completely, Martha. Yeah, so this is her daughter. Oh my god. I was just a dream of yours. But Mom... I wished my existence could have stayed in your thoughts, not replaced by that monster. That's true. Imagine your own mother forgets you and replaces you, her child, with a frickin' monster that then eats and kills her at the end because she sacrifices herself to it. Crazy. Crazy. Imagine abandoning your child, forgetting your child, and giving up your life for a monster instead. You still remembered, clearly, the things that I loved. Oh, but she still remembered what her daughter liked, like the guitar and the doll. Dad's guitar too, you remembered. You remembered that, so she did still have like an inkling connection to her past family life, even with it forgotten. Then why did you push me away? Why couldn't you accept me? Damn. Why couldn't you accept me like you did him? The SCP. Literally, she accepted the SCP more. Mom, I've always really wanted to see you. To be seen by you. I've always wanted to reconnect. Why? Why? Now she gets eaten by the worm monster next? No? Let me join too, Elijah? I'm here to see you now, Mom. Okay, so you're like, oh, my mom forgot about me and frickin' and gave up me for a monster, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself to the same monster that stole my mom away. Huh? Why not try to kill the monster that took your mom away, that replaced you? Like, who gives themselves up to the monster that stole their parent? That's crazy. Even if you blame your own parent, you still want to take out the monster instead. Bro, nah, pathetic, pitiful. Is this the moment that sealed Site-13's fate? I think so. Or one of them, at least. The end of the little girl who totally deserved it because she never answered to Bobble. No, she's good for not answering to Bobble, but how is she so mentally strong to not get manipulated by Bobble, but then gives herself up to the other SCP? That's crazy. That is actually pathetic. That's pathetic by her. Harley was her mother. Why couldn't they recognize each other? Because of the cognito hazards. Remember the whale, the fish, the Leviathan Bobble talked about? Yep, that's why they forgot each other. It steals the reality of the affected and substitutes it with dreams. That's what was happening to us when after we killed the worm creature, and then we went into that place. We were getting affected by the whale in that water. It was trying to suck us in and make us forget reality and then drown us because of changing the reality. That's crazy. Pick a color. Blue. Blue is best. Blue is always best. Blue is the best color of all time. Blue is superior to all other colors, in my opinion. Nothing remains when these dream bubbles burst unless you manage to forget those who you care about. Ain't that wonderful? Ha ha! So either you forget the people or you die? Like, okay, that's awful. Then came Bobble's all-time favorite show. They try this way and that to fill the void in them. They run into dead ends and plunge to death. Yippee-yoy. Or yippee-yo. Me already chose blue, but blue is best. Okay, blue's best colors to work with, though, is a royal gold, a shiny silver, a, galaxy purple, or... what are some other good things that go with blue? Pristine white is also good with blue. Those are all colors that synergize really well with blue, basically. For a moment, Bobble thought there must be a god, and he or she or it must be one hell of a screenplay writer. I don't understand their thinking. They went insane, bro, of course. Like, you don't need to understand the thinking because they went crazy. Be it Martha or Harley, they both work for an institution of the Veil. There's a heavy mantle of responsibility. Yeah, but they got freaking brainwashed by SCP cognitohazards. Bro, the mematics, bro, think about it. How can they endanger so many just because of their emotional needs? Because they're weak. They're weak mentally and... oh my god, dude, just think about it. You're mentally stronger than them because you're messed up in the head and part SCP or a full SCP yourself. Of course, you don't understand. Otherwise, you wouldn't be you. Exactly, if we understood them, we would be also already absorbed by the mematics and be dead right now, basically. You know what? Sometimes Bobble wonders too. This world has a shit ton of humans in it, right? So you lose one? What's the big deal? Just find another. Bobble guesses they just don't like losing things. Selfish, but not in a bad way. We should learn to be selfish too, Apex. There's no we. I'm not like you. They feel pain from loss because they care. That is fundamentally different from selfishness. Then answer this, Apex. Why do they care about other people? Because there's this void in them. They must fill it with love, friendship, family, with whatever. Humans are so crushed by rational thinking. These daydreams give them the breather they need. As a result, they have this fundamental weakness. All this talk about the void, do you mean they're the same as those zealots? Kind of, but the zealots gave in to the whale and worshipped it, versus they replaced their lost memories with other things to survive it and not be taken by it, I guess. I'm talking about humanity as one single thing! Okay, interesting. Children's toys and books. No, that was a different SCP. The body's in the water. Is it really? A predatory SCP that makes you remember things that aren't real. Specifically, people who are dead and don't exist. They also assimilate people. SCP-2316. Oh, okay, gamer. Alright, good to know. Good to know. I did not know that. It could, yeah, you might be right about that, because you said you know all about, like, Site 13. So that would make sense then. Okay, so that was a separate SCP? That's crazy. How many SCPs are in here? What's this, a Barbie doll? I'm surprised that Leech Boy is into Barbies. And some people are. Personally, out of all the Barbie doll stuff like me and my sisters played with, the ones that I liked most was, of course, the Ken doll, and then the food. The Barbie food looked great, like, fantastic. As a kid, playing with, like, play food is just so fun. Okay. Again, we can walk over here. Like, literally, I can walk off the screen into the void. But then I hit a dead end. Is there really no secrets in here? Like, I feel like maybe it's just a glitch. Maybe it is just flat out a glitch. But I thought I could get, like, a secret or something from there, but I guess not. Your dad has a Barbie doll? Nice. Okay, no other secrets here. We already did maintenance on the machine. So now we go up to the next room area. Elevator time. Alright, so we want to get to that thing. To get to that thing, how do we get to that? We need to get to that square. To get to that square, that seems impossible to get to that square. Okay, let's go this way. Oh! The machine's fixed. I can go wherever I want now. I want to see if there's any secrets, actually. Let's look for secret stream. Wait, there's gates open all over the place now. Like, wait, there's a gate here that I can go in. Wait a second. Wait, can I just... I can go here, even though this is not where I'm supposed to go? I shouldn't fall off that. That'll be bad. Okay, let's jump over here. Lockers, computer. SCP End 0004. Okay, so I can't do anything here. I probably will have to do something here later, I guess, then. Jump the stairs to speedrun. Always jump the staircases in this game. So there's an SCP door there, but I can't use that yet. There's also ones, like, over here, right? Like, yeah, like, look at this one right here. Can I not get to this one? No, I can. I can go in here, though. Okay, so we can get all the secrets. All right. SCP-0374. I can't read the notice. Okay, no notice. I have to go in the room. Okay. Another door. Nothing here to the right. Okay, nothing to the right. All the way to the left. Nothing to the left. Just the door. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Welcome to Bobble's sweet home. They say home is unlike anywhere else. Yeah, this place sucks. Just add chains and spikes and we'll have a torture dungeon. Ooh, Bobble loves that. A radio-insulated room. The enclosure is broken, though. Oh my god, it's a silence room. That's what these are. These are all... Oh, but it's broken, so he broke free. That's how they contained him, is they didn't let any sound out for him to affect anyone else. The collection could build something like this. This one to contain the clown. Yes, exactly. So we need to build something like this to contain the clown guy. Bobble's old home! That brings back the bad old times! Got a new event. Hey! Don't peek! The jailers kept watch on Bobble and wrote down all Bobble's little secrets! Meanies! Nah, I'm peeking, bro. I am looking at all your secrets. Let me see. New document, Bobble the Clown. KTE 0312, Bobble the Clown. Description. KTE 1312, or 312, I mean. Silver Domino Blit, Bobble the Clown, hereinafter referred to as the Entity, is a Type Silver hostile entity that resides within the specific electromagnetic frequencies, frequency range redacted. Initially identified by the QPI organization, it was later integrated into their containment protocols. Post on the Oneros incident, the entity was handed over to the Coalition's Mind Division, for further study. The division successfully extracted the entity from the electromagnetic waves and contained it. Ooh, additional research indicated its potential as a weapon, which precluded its neutralization. It is currently secured at Site 13, so they want to use it as like a military weapon to like brainwash other enemy armies into like killing each other and killing themselves, basically. Following transition of Coalition management, notable changes in the entity's anomalous properties were observed. It now exhibits powerful cognitive hazard effects. Exposure to the entity significantly reduces judgment capabilities, making individuals more susceptible to its lures, typically characterized by pronounced antisocial behaviors. This impairment seems irreversible, as prolonged exposure leads to severe psychological abnormalities. Individuals affected may lose control over their bodily functions and alter their subconscious standards for rational behavior. See Appendix 1. In extreme cases, exposed individuals tend to display aggressive, violent behaviors. Appendix 1. List of personnel affected by the entity and their related actions. Personnel Code Related Action. Containment Specialist 216. Attempted to assassinate an anti-reality distortion expert in Site 19, Lounge, on February 11, 1989, unsuccessfully. Investigation confirmed that Specialist 216 had been exposed to suspect's video matter or material 3 days prior due to the workplace obligations. Okay, so he got brainwashed and controlled. On January 2nd, 1990, murdered his assistant, or Researcher 588 murdered his assistant, Researcher 412, at Site 22, and was found attempting to skin the victim's head. It was discovered that a week earlier, an agent from Carcinoma sent Researcher 588 a video file containing the entity presence, disguised as a work email, likely in a murder attempt. Security Guard 026, on April 3rd, 1990, detonated a grenade in Site 13's cafeteria, killing himself along with 8 others and injuring 21. The personnel had received a video file containing the entity, suggesting retaliation against containment measures. Ah, okay. Site Director 846, of course the clown's petty and wants to get revenge if they contain him, displayed excessive interest in torturing and maiming D-Class personnel at Site 32. Tests confirmed exposure to the entity's cognitive hazards. Site Director 846 died accidentally during detention, and it remains unknown when he was first exposed to the mimetic contamination involving the entity. access denied on a redacted one, and you, Apex, Zimming Liu, leaving your entire squad to die. So the clown is messing with this document, I think. Journal entry by Researcher 522. Dr. Emerson's conduct in the labs might position the entity as a controllable weapon, yet it's clear his methods are making our containment efforts far more challenging. The scope of the anomaly's effects has expanded from children under 10 to all sentient beings of all ages, stemming directly from his reckless experiments. I'll need to escalate this matter to the board. It's evident that twisting anomaly doesn't normalize it, but instead results in a more dangerous fractured version. This makes delineating, what the hell is that word? Define, delineate. Describe or portray something precisely. Indicate the exact position or of a border or boundary. Okay, so this makes the precision of the containment protocols particularly complex, as it now appears that even non-human intelligence is susceptible to the anomaly's influence. Even the simplest AI might be compromised. The only silver lining is that the entity doesn't affect non-sentient objects. The most vulnerable, however, are those with psychological instability or emotional emptiness. This vulnerability magnifies their susceptibility to the entity's influence, as Mr. Ammons often points out. P.S. Even with advanced collation technology, we're at a loss against such a complex cognitive hazard. The latest one, Waymir, analyzers are simply incapable of managing these extensive cognitive threats. Interacting with them is akin to laying one's brain under a laser, susceptible to any imprint the entity decides to leave. Yeah, we got definitely messed up in the head from this entity. Since taking over, the Coalition's stringent containment strategies have started to mold the entity's antisocial behaviors towards more cooperative engagements. The ongoing investigation into the broadcasting tower, as noted in QPI's files, continues. Journal entry by Researcher 954. The physical division's numerous efforts to pinpoint the origin of the entity's transmissions remains fruitless. The fifth recovery operation was a disaster. I must advise the board that involving the Pentagon is out of the question and unrealistic. Okay. Because remember, this facility did used to be in America. You think it's pronounced delineate? It might be delineate. I don't know. I've never seen that word before. That's a crazy word. Cleaning rules. No personnel may contract or disseminate information about the entity without authorization. If the entity's containment measures are compromised, the site director must immediately activate the automated passive amnestinization systems, APAS, and notify the mind and physical divisions to commence containment operations. After containment procedures are completed, a standard electromagnetic calibration procedure should be carried out as a system check to ensure containment integrity and as a punitive measure for the entity. This measure is believed to effectively damage entities that exist in the form of electromagnetic waves. Entities not currently under contamination may be directly neutralized by the physical and mind divisions. Appendix 2. Record of episodes strongly related to the second containment failure. Bobble's split escape show. Took place in a lounge similar to Site-13's. In this episode, Bobble experienced an emotional breakdown, repeatedly cursing and insulting the management staff. It then detailed how to manipulate the site's internal escape mechanisms and how to redacted. Bobble seemed to attempt to entice unrelated personnel to manipulate these mechanisms to aid its escape from containment. So Bobble basically manipulated people to free him, basically, right? Yeah, that's, of course. Notes by Project Director 422. I've submitted a request to the relevant divisions to replace the site's escape equipment. And the existing equipment, Rainbow Bridge, has been sealed off. Under Bobble's influence, this entity now causes human thoughts, pardon me for avoiding using the term soul, to manifest physically, and then appear in two similar, yet distinct spaces. The escape is only effective when both the physical body and the thought escape together. However, experiments have not been conducted where only one escapes. Given the entity's unique anomalous properties within the human mental realm or sphere of ideas, the consequences of any incident or accident would be unacceptable. Frick. So we survived it stealing our soul, basically, but when we chose not to kill the fake versions of our friends, and he forced us, I hate that they forced us, to kill the doll version of us, it captured our thoughts and our feelings, and killed those thoughts and feelings. So we lost a part of ourselves. It's like he didn't, I don't think he took our entire soul, but he took part of our soul, I feel like. which is bad. I really tried to not let that happen. Experiment records. Entity 0993. Administrator Research 1877. Correct Entity 0993's antisocial tendencies by dismantling its cognitive, behavioral, and emotional stability and constructing a tame cooperative state. Experiment 1. Application of standard electromagnetic correction procedure with massive pulse noises over 16 hours. Basically, they ear-raped him. Dramatic degradation of visual and audio output, emitting unnatural human-like screams, behaviors of resentment, fear, and pain registered. Initial non-responsiveness shifted to compliance after recommending repetitive duration extension. So basically, they ear-raped him until he surrendered and became more cooperative. Experiment 4. Test of cognitive threat limits by assigning execution of 160 captives within 30 minutes. Otherwise, the entity is to be punished, with no additional execution tools provided. Result: 2 survived. Failure to complete task within the designated time resulted in repetition of Experiment 1. So they wanted to see how much they could control him into killing things, made him control 160 people to kill each other. 2 people survived the massacre, and so they went back to torturing him so that they would be able to deploy the same thing again and make him actually kill everything so that he'd become a weapon for them. Crazy. No wonder he thinks that all humans want to kill and everything. Experiment 10. Deploy Coalition developed anti-mimetic weapons against the entity. Results: entity survived. Anti-mimetic was destroyed. Notes by Dr. Emerson: looks like it's not completely useless. So it does affect him, but anti-mimetic weapons are weaker than him. Experiment 27. Enhanced electromagnetic correction procedure with overwhelming pulse noise over 160 hours. Result: permanent, irreversible damage to the entity. This experiment must be performed with caution. Leave Bobble alone, 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 please, 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 please. Okay, and so he goes mentally insane there. Notes by researcher 954. Emotional reflections destroyed, ready for reconstructive experiments. So basically, if you ear-rape torture him with proper electromagnetic corrections, it will basically make him go insane. Experiment 123, redacted. Notes by Emerson. Post increasing daily electromagnetic corrections from twice to 4 times. Noticeable attitude improvement observed. Entity has not attempted to escape or threatened containment staff in 2 months. Board concerns are over potential neutralization within a month. Disgusting. So they wanted to kill him, so he increased the things to kill him, but then Bobble, because he went so insane from them trying to kill him, that he became compliant on the surface level, but was actually controlling people to free him from his containment the entire time. Great, so they tortured him, and now he hates humanity even more than before, but he always was trying to manipulate humanity into killing themselves, so I guess it's not technically that bad. This guy kind of deserved that kind of torture. He's killed a lot of people, or made a lot of people kill a lot of people, realistically, but it's still his fault, so. Alright, nice, we found out about Bobble the Clown now. How much time do we got? We got another 40 minutes, nice. So we go up here now. There's another SCP thing right here. There we go. Nothing to the left, anything to the right? There is! Standard Containment Unit 198, PTE 9917, Kapala Gopher Stele. Interesting. What's in here? Damn, I didn't jump. No, I don't want to go in this again. Let me... Oh, I thought that were the... Okay, I thought I could hit the computer there, but it's just me doing the thing. So I can't get inside this thing. This is the Stele thing. Okay, let's leave. There should be... Yep, another one right up here. Up, up, up. Come on, go up. There we go. What SCP? Okay, monster thing. Again, cool. Wait, what did that door say? SNO 0796. 0796. There is a spirit torrent right there. Okay, inside. Anything else secret out here? No, no, no. Alright, let's go to the spirit torrent. Is this where he died? Oh my god. That says game over. Oh god. Okay, well. Easy. Easy minigame. Anyone who has ever faced the name of God, they can never escape the truth. That cursed truth. The truth of the void within from which there is no escape. This is why even those clear of mind seek to recite gods. No, no, this is wrong. Whatever the reason, those names hidden beneath the crevices should never be revealed. should remain unknown. The name represents divinity. It contains... It's too late. My consciousness is now engulfed by the crimson smoke. Trust not the words written in these moments. So basically the entity from the Thresher server that the others are worshipping has now brainwashed him enough that he can no longer write proper notes to help them out. Hello Jonathan, welcome to the stream. So yeah. It's always the Foundation torturing these SCPs in the game. But the thing is, the SCP Foundation was doing pretty nice. They were being pretty nice to the things for the most part. It was when the GOC took them over that they became torturer-killing people, basically. It switched from contain and protect to more like contain and eliminate, basically. Only hope remains that the words left while I still possessed my senses, especially those intertwined in digital data logs, might be found by the clear-minded. Hopefully my mind is clear enough and the clown didn't destroy it completely. Researcher's Diary, Fragment 4, June 27th, 2000 and redacted. On the 7th day, under the Crimson Clown, not the clown, the Crimson Crown, I beheld a face. It was my father's, etched in wrath, solidified into substance. He pronounced a syllable, a sound of terror, not of this earthly realm, a relentless roar of rage. In that moment, I comprehended it as the pronunciation of the script carved on the stele. Awakening from the dream, I recognized the entity of the inscription, the sacred name of God. There's a large redacted segment. Anyone who has directly faced the name of God shall become a subject of 4231-1, a saint of the urns. Early symptoms in affected subjects include memory distortion, severe agnosia, personality disintegration, dissociative identity disorder, and visual snow syndrome. Subjects of 4231-1 develop an abnormal reverence for an entity known as the Bearer of the Crimson Crown, and regard it as possessing the attributes of a supreme polymorphic divinity. Texts authorized by subjects of 4231-1 also possess similar anomalous properties and, redacted, became blood scriptures. Through these blood scriptures the sacred name shall be propagated, and the 7 chains shall indeed be broken. Another large segment is redacted. I am no zealot. I am not an apostle of some damnable false god. I am Judas Hermes, a level 3 researcher, head of the neuroscience division at Site 13. I am still among the lucid. June 28th, 2000 and redacted. Oh, the irony. Within a Foundation site, a bastion of claimed rationality, a throng of zealots performs blood sacrifices before an altar. I would rather continue my bizarre dreams than witness such absurd reality. Peter, Matthew, Bartholomew, once scholars, now madmen, worshipping that foul obscenity. Maintaining my own will is now a luxury. Only within the influence of an SRA do I find fleeting mental clarity, enabling me to record my thoughts. And because the entire site has succumbed to this foul cult, security is but a farce, allowing me access to reality anchors. Sometimes I feign submission, blending with the worshippers in their grotesque rites. Amid the slaughter and sacrificial blood rites, they even maintain a sort of hierarchical? Frick, I don't know this word. Hierarchical, I think. A sort of hierarchical order. The most revered among them is Peter, now Pontiff Mortis. That obstinate old fool, who remains dogmatic even in transformation, and the violent executioner is Bartholomew. Once kind enough to spare even D-Class. Yesterday, I witnessed him flay the face from John. John was one of my few friends. Much of my documentation was dispersed and hidden through him. In hindsight, I may have sealed his fate. I risk mingling with them in part to recover John's remains. But among this rabble of zealots, Andrew catches my eye. The odd one out, his reasoning strangely intact among the fanatics. He seems their strategist, with all deferring to him. He was always well-liked, diplomatic, irreverently casual, possessed of a humor I could never quite grasp. I think Andrew, this guy that he's talking about, was the guy that was able to fake his emotions around anyone he was around at all times. So he could always put on a mask. I think that's what that That's that guy, if I recall correctly. Yet, at the last blood sacrifice, I saw his eyes. Unlike the muddied rages of the believers, Andrew's eyes, gaze, still held a semblance of rationality. Though our eyes met but briefly, beneath the bloodstains, his look seemed as clear-minded as my own. But if he remains lucid, why then does he abate these devout cultists? My thoughts again are... And lastly, a large segment is redacted. Oh no. New clue acquired. Digital data logs. Right. Sue did find some interesting log files in the power control center. Judah Hermes, what are you trying to say? Nothing! A total waste of time! He's as clueless as you are! No, I'm inching closer to the truth because I am who I am. Judah couldn't do it because he's human, and humans are blinded by emotions. Okay, we are not human. Great, fantastic. Humanity is his blessing and his curse. I have no such concern, hence I will prevail. No, Apex! You've got it all wrong! How come I didn't see these sheets scattered around? Bobble's really messing with us. I hope I didn't fail everything against Bobble. I didn't let him eat my soul, but again, the fact that we chopped off a part of our emotions, I'm so worried that that has screwed us over when it comes to dealing with Bobble. I don't want like a Bobble ending as my ending. I want like either a successful ending or a self-sacrifice ending where I still defeat the enemies. Standard Containment Unit 0323 for entity SCP-US 2XX. Contained on September 12th, 19 redacted. Neutralized on December 13th of 19 redacted. Okay. Sometime in the 19th century. What do we got here? No, I didn't want to leave the room. Still go in. New door. Hello, Gab. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Hello to the lurkers as well who've been joining throughout. I appreciate you guys dropping by. Is that guy tied to a chair? A bunch of writing around him. Weird writing. The body is badly decomposing, with a wooden spike driven into his heart. It's wearing an employee badge. Engineer 242, Ryan White. Scrawled words are all over the place, like spilled blood. There's a piece of parchment with writings on it. Neo Testament, Revelations 9. The revelation of the Lord, which he bestowed upon me, to show unto his saints the things which must shortly come to pass. And I did write herein all that I saw and heard, the word of God, and the testimony of the Lord. 9. 1. Among the sinners of the faithless... Wait, didn't we read this before? No, this is a new one. Okay, this is a new one. 1. Among the sinners of the faithless, the abominable Engineer 242 was crucified, and we all witnessed in the chapel his righteous triumph. Or this righteous triumph. 2. Bartholomew queried him, saying, O faithless, dost thou recognize thy sin? 3. The cunning and foolish sinner feigned terror, weeping without understanding, first calling upon the guards of the faithless, and then twisting reasons to defend himself. His blasphemous words and deeds could not be borne even by the most prayer-neglecting believer, who either turned away or frowned in anger. 4. A tear fell from Bartholomew's merciful left eye. He then silently scourged the sinner, carved out his liver with a blade, slicing it into pieces, and cast it into the dark waters as a blood sacrifice unto my Lord. 5. The sinner screamed under the painful lashes, struggling in terror, his mouth filled with gibberish, and though thus punished, he remained deluded, daring to question what his fault was. 6. Bartholomew shook his head, lamenting the absurdity of the faithless, and desiring not that the sinner should die unabsolved, unredeemed. He chose to admonish him into enlightenment. He continued gently to strip the flesh from the sinner's fingers, his sleeves and hands soaked with blood, and magnificent red like the laughter of my Lord, swirling and singing around Bartholomew's fingers. 7. Among us, the frail Jacob and Martha, not yet fully healed from the distortions of witchery upon their minds, could not endure this glorious sight, and swooned. aka, they fainted because watching someone get flayed alive, and murdered, and bled. Terrible. 8. Pain is the best purifier. After Bartholomew's devout cleansing, the sinner seemed repentant, staring at Bartholomew's tattered hem and shoe soles, tearfully pleading with him, admitting his error and repentance. 9. Bartholomew, the good, overcome with joy, exclaimed, "Speak swiftly! Tell me, what is thy sin?" 10. The sinner looked around, still attempting to seek aid, but here no one would assist an evil unbeliever. 11. Then the sinner spoke blasphemies, saying, I should not have obstructed your destruction of the server. You wished to destroy the Thresher server, to bring chaos to the site, right? I can help you. I am sinful, but I can make atonement, can I not? Truly, no more with the knife, I beseech you. 12. Bartholomew closed his eyes, smiling faintly, yet I could feel his wrath. As Bartholomew prepared to continue his admonishment, why am I tripping on that word? His admonishment of the faithless, the devout Andrew stayed his unnecessary kindness. 14. Saying, "A moment's bodily pain cannot awaken the sinner. Cast him into the dark waters, and let the Lord judge his sins. Come, we have weightier duties to attend to. Let us not waste more time here." 15. All exclaimed their admiration for Andrew's devotion to the Lord and his thorough servitude. Bartholomew nodded in agreement. However, for his blasphemy, we ought to take yet another rib as a sign of punishment. So remember, Andrew was the other one that... Oh, frick, what's the guy's name? Joseph? Joel? Something like... I think it was something like that. Anyways, the other sane guy that was giving us the Spirit Torrent information, and he saw that Andrew was the other sane one. Andrew, the reason why he's stepping forward and saying, no, we must sacrifice him to our god now, we will not be able to make him atone, basically, is he wants to end this guy's suffering. He's trying to stop the torture. So Andrew has some kindness to him, I think, but he remember, he's the guy that puts on all the masks, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know, we don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he's giving that guy a mercy killing. 16. Oh, what a devout and courageous disciples. All spoke in praise, cheering them. 17. At last, the believers sang together, shouting God's name, Amen. 18. May the grace and love of the Lord be always with the saints. Okay, so basically they fricking flayed and killed that guy absolutely horribly because he did not join them in worshipping their false god, SCP whale god monster thingy. RIP to that guy, he did his best to not get killed early. Couldn't live forever though. Alright, we got another one here that we can go to, and we have like 4 other ones. Holy hell, we have so many to get to. What do we got here? Oh, actually, this one has 2 entrances to it. Interesting. Actually, wait. The door says 0346. 346 is this one. Looks like this girl committed suicide with wine and poison rather than with a gun. Do we know who she is? She has like a tattoo on her arm. Looks like a square object of some sort. Like, I was trying to decipher it, but it doesn't seem like anything. Do we not have any lore with this? No notes? No documents? Nothing? Okay, really nothing here. What if we use the second entrance, though? What if we use this one? Will that change there being something here? Nope, I don't think anything changed. Nope, still just a dead person. The gifts are done? Hell yeah, Zardrin, I appreciate it. Hell yeah, I'm excited to look at them. Spooky emoji, oh no, spooky emoji. What do we have here? Because this one also has 2 entrances to it for some reason. This one's 0406, okay. What is that? Ominous looking jars filled with dark liquid. There are documents near the jars. Is this the black water or black bog they mentioned in other documents? Oh, this is the originating point of the cult, also of the destruction of Site 13. KTE 3737, Kapala Parallax Lovelock, the Bad Sea. Description. KTE 3737, Kapala Parallax Lovelock, Bad Sea, hereinafter referred to as the Object, is an anomalous entity which naturally formed from various hazardous anomalies under high temperature conditions, presenting as a liquid with distinctive optical properties. This anomaly was discovered inside the incinerator by a maintenance team during an inspection at Redacted. Lacking prior exposure to such phenomena, a technician, upon encountering the object, panicked and subsequently died from exposure to still active anomalous residues within the incinerator. Subsequent observations of this object's occurrence were noted multiple times within Site-13, leading to its official classification as an anomaly for further study. According to the assessment from Redacted, KTE 3737 is not newly formed, but has been present in Site-13 since at least redacted date of 19th century of some redacted date. The reasons for its previous non-detection remain unclear, so it's always been around the facility, but they didn't know about it. Welcome back, gamer. Welcome back. Oops, I didn't mean to skip ahead. My bad. The record. Appendix 1. Maintenance Department Investigation Record S1732F01E. Date redacted, location redacted, interviewer redacted, recorder redacted, but interviewee. Inspection personnel number 394. Shift leader of Team E. The following is a transcript of the recorded interview. Irrelevant information has been removed. Question. Can you briefly describe the incident from your perspective? Answer. We loaded the chemical waste barrel into the feeding systems, sent it to the main combustion chamber, and then restarted the combustion system. Initially, there were no issues, but then smoke started billowing out of the chimney. It was red, and suddenly everyone heard laughter. Question. Laughter? What kind of laughter? Answer. It was loud, filled with a chanting that sounded like a choir. It was terrifying. I immediately ordered the unit to be shut down, and gradually the sounds faded away. It's unclear where exactly those sounds came from. It felt as though they appeared in our minds. Upon inspecting the main combustion chamber and the flue later, we discovered a tar-like black liquid. Question. You were aware of the risks involved and had the authority to halt the operations that violated safety procedures, correct? Answer. Yes, and I did not authorize the operation initially, but a manager insisted that I proceed. I do not like this font of text. It is messing with my eyes. Question. Who was this manager? Answer. It was our department head, Peter Mortis. Question. Did any other Team E members express concerns about the additional procedure before the incident? Answer. Other team members likely didn't realize what was happening. Question. Were additional personnel protective measures provided after the work was stopped? Answer. No, we were only equipped with our standard protective gear. Question. Why did you decide to enter the scene and to investigate without first isolating it according to protocol? Answer. I apologize. I didn't think through the situation at the moment. Question. According to the medical department, you haven't suffered any physical or psychological harm. Have you experienced any other significant events since this incident? Answer. Yes, I dreamed about a man who looked Native American. He was crying at me, and I later found out that everyone present had a similar dream. Question. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Answer. Hesitates. Yes, about the barrel. I remember hearing it make noises, like human screams, faint but distinct, while it was being moved to the loading system. Irrelevant information has been removed. Record concluded. According to the Global Occult Coalition's employment policies, all individuals responsible for this incident have been disciplined with warnings, demerits, or demotions to prevent future occurrences. Administration and Supervision Department. So some people got sent to be a D class because of that. Hello, Modern Chair. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we continue the story. Oh my god. Appendix 2, Maintenance Log following the initial discovery of the object. Site-13, Below Waste Incinerator, Maintenance and Qualification Log. No damage requires further inspection, burner tips undamaged, no blockages, no damage, no leaks, hose free or cracks, requires further inspection of the chimney and fire arrestor. The other one that required inspection was the main combustion chamber. There's one redacted from it. Lubrication or door bearings. Bearings are properly inspected and lubricated. The inspection during incineration operation. Functionality check, and all components functioning properly, all redacted, sadly, okay. Supplementary note, an unidentified substance, temporarily referred to as black water, unexpectedly appeared in the main combustion chamber, resulting in overly damp waste and excessive negative pressure within the furnace. This led to unburnt materials entering the flue and causing significant instability in both the flue and furnace operations. Despite multiple cleaning efforts, the situation did not improve. Without the required permits or work tickets, the duty manager ordered a complete shutdown for a thorough inspection, during which maintenance personnel discovered a substantial amount of tar-like black liquid inside the equipment. This emergency stoppage caused financial losses estimated at redacted, and led to the death of one maintenance worker, Incinerator Operator 101, despite rescue efforts. Printed full name redacted, signature redacted. Record summary. The object's most distinct anomalous property is its ability to absorb all incident light. For unknown reasons, the project can absorb all spectral rays from any direction, making it virtually impossible to analyze its structural composition using conventional physical instruments. The second anomalous property manifests when the object contacts organic matter. Upon contact, both the object and the organic surface it touches visually vanish, although this does not affect the physical existence of said organic matter. So if you touch the black goo, it turns you invisible and the black goo that's touching you invisible. But if you get like hit or removed or die and the black goo falls off of you, the black goo is technically still there. Like, you're still there in reality, you just turn invisible. So you can become the invisible man by coating yourself in it, but you probably die, most likely. For instance, when a D-class subject's right hand, referred to experiment 37373, contacted the object, it became transparent and could be passed through. Oh wait, so not even just invisible man, you can literally pass through things by other solid matters. However, this had no effect on the subject's ability to manipulate objects with the hand, nor did it cause any bleeding. So, if I had, say this was a water bottle, right? And this hand was covered in the black goo. The water bottle would be able to pass through my hand, but I'd also be able to grab the water bottle and hold the water bottle. But I could also push the water bottle through the hand. But again, I can grab it and hold it. That is a crazy power, because then you could choose to go through walls and pick up items, and then vanish back through the wall, but the item can't go through the wall still, it's still in the reality. That's interesting reality bending. So it's true invisibility at that point, and manifestation of physical touch still. Due to the object's frequent and unpredictable appearances within Site-13, and in order to mitigate further accidental damage, Overseer Emerson has assigned high priority to the research of this object in order to develop effective containment and handling protocols. Currently, all instances of the object are being gathered and redacted for further investigation. And then I'm pretty sure Emerson is the one who becomes the cult leader because it takes him over, because he was put in charge of it, I'm pretty sure. Appendix 3. Record of items emerging from the object. Time, location of emergence. Okay, so all times are redacted. The location of emergence is the main combustion chamber of the incinerator, the LTE redacted containment room, D-Class Medical Science Research Center, D-Class Personnel Management Center, Site Director's Office, and Olympia Project Area. All had, like, the substance appear. Summary. In some instances, objects designated as KTE 3737-2 appear alongside the object, with no clear pattern to their emergences yet determined. The research team confirms that all KTE 3737-2 entities likely originate from the same extra-dimensional space. Okay, interesting. Hello, Huggoat. Welcome to the stream. I am having a good day. How's your day going? I hope it's going well. We are about to play AFK Journey in about 20 minutes, so we're going to swap out this. I don't think we're beating the game today, it seems. I think it's just a flat-out no, we're not beating the game, sadly, for today. And then tomorrow is Secret Laboratory with Dr. Sherman from Site 42, for anyone who knows him. He's like a really big TikToker and SCP YouTuber. And then we'll probably return to this game on Sunday and just beat the game flat out. I think I'll just play the game until we beat it on Sunday. And then maybe like another AFK Journey stream for the fun of it, because I like continuing the story. And of course I'll be editing throughout. Okay, Appendix 4, list of KTE 3737-2 items. First item is a pen containing dried human blood in its ink cartridge. No anomalous properties observed. Second one was a button with no noted anomalous properties. Note, this is the smallest KTE 3737-2 item identified so far. Third was a severely damaged red flag with a motif of 7 arrows of varying lengths arranged in a circle, which induces unfound fear in observers. Effects can be countered with Class C amnestics or higher. Okay, an anomalous flag from it. A Type 64 pistol was discovered with 4 rounds remaining. The gun and holster are both severely twisted. No anomalous properties were found. Note, the indicated manufacturer of the gun does not exist in our reality. Next was an M16A1 assault rifle, missing its magazine, along with a bayonet. This rifle is severely damaged, and the bite marks suggest human origin. No anomalous properties observed. Note, the indicated manufacturer of the rifle does exist in reality. Okay, a gun from their reality, interesting. Next up, a heavily damaged stone Buddha statue was found. The facial area is particularly destroyed, no anomalous effects noted. Next was a book titled The Gospel of Matthew, the content of which causes severe cognitive hazards that manifest as redacted. No further experiments are planned. Note, the research team is reviewing whether this item should be destroyed. Second to last, a cloth bag was found containing 30 heavily worn silver coins. No anomalous effects observed. Wow, you got some money out of the SCP, hell yeah. Next and last was a printed document that adheres to the SCP Foundation's containment protocol standards. It contains numbers with no discernible pattern or meaning. No anomalous effects were observed. Note, based on the document's format, it likely dates from the 1970s or 1980s. Okay. Handling protocol. Due to the item's anomalous nature, any suspected anomalous liquid found outside of the containment should be immediately reported to the management team, who will oversee its transfer to specialized containment units. All personnel must avoid direct contact with the object during this procedure. Should direct contact occur, the individual must receive immediate medical evaluation and treatment from the site's medical staff. Contact Senior Researcher Andrew Ammons from Research Team 3737 immediately if direct contact happens, instead of going to medical attention. So, Andrew Ammons. Oh my god, okay. Was he not the other one? Okay, whatever. Part of Site 13. He was definitely part of the cult, but was he the one who was conscious in the cult? I don't remember for sure. This game has taken over 8 hours, yes. Yeah, it is a long game. But remember, 50% of the time is me reading lore. At least 50% of the time is me reading lore. So if you skip all the lore and stuff, it's like 8 hours of gameplay, right? And then I'm also going to every single side door and side thing. If I speedran this game, I think I could speedrun this game in... To get to this point where we are, I think I could do that in 2 hours. If I properly speedran? No, not even. I could do it in probably like an hour and a half. I could get from the very start of this game to here, speedrunning every single thing, not picking up all documents, not doing a lot of the minigames, skipping all cutscenes and stuff, and running through. I think I could do it in an hour and a half, get to this point. Like, a speedrun of this game would look pretty cool. Part of Site 13 staff training involves ensuring that all personnel are fully aware of the item's anomalous properties. Experiment log, KTE 3737, Administrators Doctor 1878. Purpose was to confirm the nature of the anomalous dimension accessed through KTE 3737. Experiment 1 and 2, both experiments failed to yield results due to damage to the detection instruments, which have been archived. Experiment 3, it was ordered to D-class 13,512 to enter a pool of KTE 3737 liquid, equipped with a standard D-class exploration kit. Preparation. A small sample of KTE 3737 was smeared on the arm of the D-class, manifesting anomalous effects without causing psychological damage. No other anomalies observed. Results. Upon commencement, D-13512 successfully entered the pool. Soon after, the researchers observed a significant release of red smoke from the pool, accompanied by an unidentified human screams. 12 seconds into the experiment, the electronic equipment in the observation room catastrophically failed, resulting in the fatal injuries to 7 researchers, including Dr. 1878. Further contact with D-13512 could not be re-established. Current status, all related research activities are now suspended. Addendum. Letter of complaint under review. Director Emerson's behavior at his station has escalated beyond mere dislike for anomalies. His aggressive, senseless persecution of anomalous entities contained by the Coalition cannot be so simply categorized anymore. I'm starting to think that this overt compliance is just a cover, a facade, meaning to hide a deeper resentment against the new alliance formed after merging with the SCP Foundation. It's just a hunch. I don't have proof. But I am convinced that his overcorrective executions of new coalition policies seems far from accidental. Initially, I wondered if Emerson was deliberately trying to provoke a seed of rebellion within our ranks. Perhaps he hoped his iron-fisted approach might trigger either the anomalies or other researchers to turn against the coalition's higher-ups, causing an unexpected mutiny. Yet, as matters stand, I fear the situation is much more entangled than we can even fathom. KTE 3737, Capella Parallax Lovelock, aka the Bad Sea, arguably arose from Emerson's indefensible treatments, an opening to the other realms created through unjustified and unethical torments. Most of these anomalies likely still living before their disposal in the body pit. In essence, he's executing a form of live sacrifice, and it seems Emerson is painfully aware of the repercussions. Evidencing? That's crazy. Evidencing? Is that a word? Can you say evidencing? Evidencing. You can't. You can say evidencing. It's the present participle of evidence. Interesting. I did not know you could say evidencing. Okay. Where were we? Violations. Seems painfully aware of the repercussions, evidencing his repeated violations of protocol to provide unwarranted support to Andrew Ammons and Peter Mortis's research team, facilitating their illegal experiments. If my words sound far-fetched, consider Dr. Montauk's revolt, detailed in the Coalition's archives. This current scenario feels eerily similar. What Montauk sought to invoke remains unknown. Likely, Emerson is equally uninformed, yet he senses that these actions have the power to unseat control, to disrupt everything. Though merely a researcher for both the former Foundation and the Coalition, questioning your management isn't my place. Nonetheless, I feel compelled to issue a caution. Your overly restrictive approach towards former Foundation staff might be suffocating. By imposing heavy duties while withholding sufficient trust, you're unwittingly fostering a brewing ground for rebellion. This letter isn't about pointing fingers. I'm not one to throw the blame. I simply feel it urgent to voice a critical single message. It's time to resolve this issue. Okay, interesting. Have I heard of Tyler the Creator before? Yes, I have heard of Tyler the Creator. My opinion on his music, I have no clue what songs are from Tyler the Creator, so I can't give an opinion, but I don't know which ones his songs are. Alex, thank you for the hydrate, I appreciate it. Hello, Pirate Knight, welcome to the stream. SP Fragmented Minds will be good as well. I want to finish this game before Fragmented Minds comes out, because I want to do Fragmented Minds right after we finish this game, so hopefully we can finish this game. I did not think this game would be that long, because most indie games are pretty small, right? This indie game, it just keeps going. Like, it literally just keeps going. So this is where they were containing the Black Ocean SCP thing, but it got out of containment, and the whale, right? Yeah, so we've now explored all of the top lines except for the one a little bit more to the right, but that's this one here. That's the same one we just explored. We explored all the left-hand side ones, right? We've been here before, so there's only one place left to go, which is the main story one that we need to go to, basically. Back one. Right here. This is the last one to go to. What do we got here? The machine and an exit. Okay, let's touch the machine first. Uh-oh. It's a giant fish, I think. A dissected giant fish? Looks like a dissected giant fish monster. What the hell? That is a dissected giant whale. Yep, that is a dissected giant whale. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Is it going to talk to us? I can't believe they actually sliced this behemoth up and made an exhibition out of it. From here, I have a perfect view of its anatomy. This is the Oneros that I've been hearing about, huh? They left behind booby traps and all, but Bobble sorted that out for you. You can thank Bobble later. What did you do? Those jailers planted information bombs, you know. Called mimetic cancellation agent or whatnot. Could be picture, could be text. Once you see it, kapow! Brain fried. Neat, huh? The SP Foundation was able to use mimetic anomalies like that. How did the clown unarm it then? So he created... No, not he created. They created or used mimetic anomalies to create basically landmine booby traps that blow your mind out, basically, if you look at them and read them. But the clown, because he can take over screens using his frequencies, he basically overwrote the screens and made it so that we didn't read them and didn't die, basically. Now you can poke around! Bobble is nice, told ya! LTE 9788. Oneros, or Oneros. Jonah's fish. Ah, yeah, Jonah's fish. Poor thing! Finally someone here to see you, but he can't dream! Yeah, our character can't dream because he's an SCP. Observation log. Date time redacted from sometime in the 1990s. Hour is 14:30. User, Elliot Emerson, ID 001. Server host 01. Operational type login. Description, user logged into the system. Result successful. Duration 3 minutes of login time. Additional information is none. Risk is low. Review security analysis for review time. Notes, none. Then he logged in again for 24 minutes on another date in 1990 something. Result was successful. Duration 24 minutes. Additional information, none. Risk was low. Review notes, none. Then he logged in again, sometime in 1990s. It was Andrew... the first one was Elliot Emerson, second one was Elliot Emerson, third one was Andrew Ammons logged in. Server 01, successful, 39 minutes. No additional information, risk medium. Oh, okay. Date time, Martha Edmond logged in. Server host 01 again. Successful login, 92 minutes. High risk, okay. So, Martha Edmond really got, like, messed up, I guess. Probably. New documents, Oneros. Oneros, LTE 9788, Flanders Bosch, Pygmalion Cetus, damn. LTE 9788, Flanders Bosch, Pygmalion Cetus, or Cetus, hereafter referred to as the Entity, is an anomalous marine organism which external features and anatomical structure identical to that of the blue whale, Balenoptera musculus, exhibiting a existential disturbance capabilities at a reality restructuring level. Its primary manifestation involves reversing the palpability of specific fictional narratives with the actuality of the real world. Observations and analysis indicate that the entity can manifest specific fictional narratives derived from the minds of organisms influenced by its unique attributes. During the rapid eye movement, REM, sleep stage, these organisms subconsciously process programmatic memories. The high-frequency information pulses emitted during this phase activate sections of the conscious brain, thereby generating and reflecting auditory and visual interpretations that are stored as memories, or what are commonly referred to as dreams. The entity then utilizes these dreams as the primary conduit for its reality-altering effects. The entity also seemingly exhibits some ability to interfere with the electrical signals in the sensory area cortex, causing affected individuals to continuously generate coherent hallucinations about the entity. The reality of the entity and its associated attribution information persists even if its biological aspects are neutralized. It can re-emerge by reversing the narrative's reality of these unconscious memory records stored in other biological brains, thereby utilizing this information. Oh my god damn. History and neutralization. LTE 9788, Flanders Bosch Pygmalion Cetus, was initially identified by the Foundation following a stranding event along the California coastline on July 17th of 19 redacted. The entity was first discovered by Martha Edmonds, who was immediately detained and underwent an amnestic procedure, effectively immunizing her from the entity's anomalous effects. Okay, so that's how she got immune to them, I guess. Upon the arrival of the Foundation reinforcements, it was discovered that the entity had already impacted the consciousness of local marine rescue personnel and numerous tourists, causing widespread disturbances via its existential disturbance capabilities. The Foundation's initial attempt at containment was hindered by financial limitations, restricting actions to rudimentary traffic and information controls in the affected city. Despite the deployment of available mobile armed forces, these measures proved minimally effective. The spread of influence even reached Los Angeles, accelerated by the circulation of photographs and reports about the entity. This influence extended into the Foundation itself, affecting several researchers in the vicinity, referred to Appendix 1. Financial constraints eventually led to the Foundation declaring bankruptcy and the dissolution of its Overseer Council the following day. In response, the coalition of Secretary General Manafort and the Security Council quickly established a new subsidiary board to oversee the assimilation and management of the Foundation's remnants. After finalizing operational transitions, the coalition conducted several invasive experiments to confirm the entity's anomalous nature and developed a definitive neutralizing protocol. This protocol entailed the installation of injection devices on the entity's torso and the strategic deployment of anti-mimetic weapons, effectively eliminating all known information about the entity from the global biological concept network, shortly before midnight. They planned injection executed precisely at midnight, resulting in the entity's death. The Coalition later retrieved the body from the coastline and employed reasoning and memory enhancement techniques to restore intelligence about the entity. Post-mortem analysis confirmed that the loss of the entity's anomalous properties. The entity's body was subsequently dissected, chemically processed, and preserved in cryogenically maintained slice samples at Site-13. The Mystical Record, Strikeforce AOD. Okay, random code. Hornet 4 combat drones, 7 of them, deployed in the 3rd extermination attempt, failed to neutralize the target. Next one was a Strike 1 heavy warhead. They dropped a warhead on it. Deployment in 7th extermination attempt, destroyed the target's corporeal body, but failed to neutralize it. Because I'm pretty sure if its image is in other people's minds, it can restructure itself into reality. Hex Curse Toxin refined, 3,000 units, 0.5 milligrams. Occult and biological dual-action toxin successfully sabotaged the target's spiritual foundation and metabolism system. And lastly, targeted unmeme virus 1, mimetic virus concocted to undo the effect of specific memes. Infected creature immediately forget the target's meme, as well as entities related to it. So basically they infected with a mimetic virus that then made not just it forget about itself, but everything else that had seen it before forget about it. And that's how they defeated it, because when no one could remember it, then they can't recreate it, so then they were able to slice it up. Then after they sliced it up and made it no longer alive, because it could no longer be recreated, they used special anomalous property things of some sort to then regain the memory that this thing was anomalous, and they need to secure it and keep it safe. And so then they dissected it and then put it up for display. So they know that it used to be anomalous and know what it used to do, but also they won't be affected by it anymore, and people don't have the memories of what it used to be, so it won't restructure it into reality and be alive again. That's what I think I gleaned from that information. Record of Mind Division, Agent 63772189, or 86. 3NQ. Farmer. Summary. Declaration of retaliatory terror attack from Serpent's Hand, and documentation of threat. The jailers and the book burners, brethren in mire, twine deeds with sinister grace. One swollen with vain glory, believe sanctity in the chalk-bound prisons, ensnaring phantasms to wield the infinite. The other, savage in simplicity, peer from the well's bottom, scorching scrolls and damning knowledge, reveling in ignorance, blade and axe their scepters, together a unity in haze, casting veils o'er the truths, with convoluted phrases and flaunted wealth, prying rare wonders, perpetuating ravages through eras untold. Holy hell, that paragraph there is like, you give that to a grade 4 student, like a 9-year-old, they will cry. Give it to like a 13-year-old, and some 13-year-olds will cry over that paragraph there. Holy feck. Alright, we are supposed to technically end the stream and switch to AFK Journey. We'll finish this document, then we'll end it. Their litany of brutalities, too vast to inscribe, yet yours, oh feckless. Oh my god, feckless is used, let's go! Finally, they censored with feck, thank god. Let me actually get the definition of feckless. Define feckless, oh my god, feckless. Lacking initiative or strength of character, irresponsible, oh my god, the feckless. Such a good insult, feckless. You're feckless, you are feckless. And venomous brood, Jane upon horror again, bespeaking dismay across lands afar and spirits close. The wail of dreams, her luminescent trail, a phantasmagoria, gleaming candle in the enveloping night, gently swaying dreams and souls. In her wake, the moon dawns a cloak of polychrome waves, birthing countless ripples of awe. Such splendor scarcely traces the skies anymore. Comprehend you how many exiled scribes in that forlorn library ache to follow her through barren wastes, capturing her elusive gleam in the pages of their cherished chronicles. Every breath under the twilight's expanse, each undulation atop the brackish crests, are relics desperate for preservation, tales wrought for feverish pursuit in dreaming eyes. Aware are you how scholars of the library would leap in rapture to ink her wandering paths, or how many warriors would fling themselves to catch her dying gasps? Know you not she is among the dream whales, the fabled fish of Jonah, gifting rebirth to puppets and dreams, a benign protector of life and liberty's shores, adored as a goddess by all beings, yet unscathed by the wrath. You, blind and heedless, reliant on brute force, glutted in war's folly, bereft, I think, bereft. I know bereft, but not bereft, wait. Define... Do I know bereft? Define bereft. Bereft. Deprived of or lacking. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Lacking. Okay. Lacking of foresight. Disbeliever, adept in chaos. You cleave frenetically. Damn, frenetically is rarely used as well. Holy hell, these words. Frenetically, muddling truths with fallacies. Your monuments, but ramparts of clay. Which basically means your thoughts and your arguments are made super weak, they're pathetic. Why then must the innocent suffer your scourges, beset by vile calamity, fled she to the abysmal haunts? Cast upon foreign sands, yet in her grace, to those newly met life-breathers, the companions of her side, recognized under sunset's gaze, she preferred benevolence and hopeful ocean. She coaxed invisible tides, chanting over the sea foam, transforming dreams within dreams into opulent feasts. Her essence and deeds were lies the fault, yet you weave conspiracies, deploy your hounds and swords against her as children who in secret gardens snatch blooms for fleeting joy, recklessly scaling walls in their pursuit. When they fall and find themselves wounded, they fault not their own trespass, but the wall from which they fell. In their cries, their curse the stone, never reflecting on the flower's sanctity, nor pausing to question why the garden is walled, or nor admitting the folly of their intrusion. Basically, this is a guy praising the whale over and over and over, and talking about how anyone who doesn't praise this whale is pathetic and flawed. You dragged her from dreams' depths with venomous script and vile hexes, disassembling her divine spirit. Okay, so this person, maybe they did get contact with the whale, so this person is writing this document about how horrible the Foundation was for dissecting the whale and basically disrespecting it and not worshipping it correctly and doing these horrible things to it. Yeah, that's basically what he is. He's raving about how beautiful and godlike this whale is, how divine it is, and how these people suck. The Foundation sucks. Then cast worms afar, gnawing on intellects, consuming her myriad glories, rending scholars dumbstruck. The gnawing intellects, that's the mematics that the Foundation released to make people forget about it, silencing the wise, because he thinks that they're wise because they're worshipping the whale. Then you clad her in iron, fired her flesh, dissected her sanctum, charred both marrow and mask. That's when they dissected it and put it into the different containment slots. So wrought did you leave the just to clench fists, the valiant to wring hands. Thus far you ventured, yet ceased not in folly, shrouding your ignorance with further ignorance, pioneering blindness as if to shield the sun with soiled palms, screening rainfall with ragged cloth. Little you knew in silence deep, resentment filled valleys and peaks, and lament stirred skies and earth. Now the sun eclipses in bright condemnation. The jailers find their wells dry, unseeing their doom approaches near. Basically saying they're all going to die for what they've done. Us cultists are going to take over. The book burners, hearts capsize, sparing no honors, nor dreading the havoc within their walls. They don't know what's coming to them. Children of day, dare you still profess dominion over all spirits, in plunder of the other, relying on conquest's blade, among your own, depending on monopolized deceit? Your avarice, bleak as ember, unless checked, shall consume thee. I know probably half the people watching right now don't understand half of these words. I'm sorry. I understand most of them. I hope I can provide enough explanation context when I summarize things that you can understand basically kind of what they mean, right? Like monopolized, everyone knows monopoly is take over completely, right? Basically stuff like that. Dominion, domination basically over all spirits. Dominion, you are the lord of all spirits. Stuff like that, right? If you need, you can of course look up the words yourselves. I will look up the ones that I don't know because then I can't describe them and can't like portray the meaning properly. O jailers and book burners, your preachments tread the earth. Thus uttered the harbinger. Harbinger is usually the one who brings the message at a turning point, usually of death. Harbinger of death, person who brings the message of destruction. He who sows sin shall harvest woe. His rod of fire, his rod of ire too shall break. Your paths shall falter, the scepters of judgment slip from grasp, a trail blazed with violence, beset by violence shall be repaid. Serpent's Hand. So the Serpent's Hand are the ones worshipping the whale. Interesting. Recommended procedure. Document and archive. Keep surveillance on Serpent's Hand, of course. Brace Site 13 for confrontation, of course. Use resources wisely, as we do not believe the threat is anywhere near substantial. So they think that the Serpent's Hand is too weak to free the whale, but they do have to prepare for it. And Serpent's Hand is like, haha, non-believers, pathetic people, we shall take this over and do this, blah, blah, blah. Now, my only worry for ending stream here is, did the game save? That's my worry. If we go through here, will it save the game now? Because it's like the next area. I want to save this next area for the next stream. Can I? Will this... I hope this saves. I don't want to go back and have to go through all those documents, though. I'm really worried. Hello, Draco, Devora. I'll play a little bit more, because I really don't want to lose all my progress. Because usually it says saving in the bottom right corner. I hate that you can't save the game manually. What's so funny? Everything happened here is so funny. It's like a perfect sketch written by some funny master. Funnier still, no one saw it coming. No one at all. See that stupid stone over there? That's the beginning of everything. A stone became the messenger of a god, turning men and women of science into cultists. It is a pretty funny story in the karma of it. Not really funny, actually funny, but like karmic and depressing. Don't you want to know what happened at Site 13? Here's your chance, and it comes only once. ... It saved! It just saved! Game just saved! Okay, game just saved. We can now end the stream. Oh, thank God. I'm glad I went that extra little step. Because if it deleted all the progress of all the reading that we just did, and I'd have to go through everything tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but maybe the next day or whatever, I would have hated it. Okay, so we're going to end the stream here for now. I'm going to, for anyone watching on YouTube, I'm going to try to link the stream to send you to the next stream. 15% of YouTube viewers were correct that we would not beat the game today. It is tragic that we couldn't beat it. We are now like 12 hours into playing it. Again, we did have to replay part of it for like 2 hours. And again, more than 50% of this is just reading lore. But yeah, I think it's still good, and I think it's still benefiting, because I don't know how many other YouTubers or content creators will go through all this lore and read it out to you. So I think I'm providing some value that's good for this, and it's nice to give the indie game like the full shot of it, basically. Alright, so I'm going to go to the live control room. I'm going to send you guys to the next stream if you want to stay around and stick around for that. If you don't, then I hope you have a fantastic night. Take care of yourselves. If you would like a shout out, say something in chat. I will shout you out now for this stream before you go into the next one. Yeah, that's about it. I appreciate you guys all joining. Let me set up that, add redirection link. I'm going to send you to the AFK Journey stream, and the AFK Journey stream will send you to the SCP Secret Laboratory stream. That will be happening tomorrow with Dr. Sherman. Yeah, I've been enjoying this a lot. This game is good, and I'm learning. Because again, all my SCP information comes from stream teaching me stuff and from me playing games. I don't go on my own looking them up. Like, I don't really have the time for it, but I really do enjoy learning about the SCP world and the lore and stuff, and I think they did a great job so far. Like, the thing, again, this is a Chinese developer, like, making this game, so I'm really happy with how, basically, the English translation is really well done, which I think makes sense. I think it was written in English, and then they took their inspiration from that, made the game in Mandarin, and then translated back to English, which has a lot of the original inspiration right there, right? So yeah, I appreciate you all joining today's stream. Let me close the game. Hopefully it'll be good, and we'll be able to continue from that save point. Let me pull up the outro music. And if you do watch to the end of the stream, do let me know if it actually sends you into the next stream, because it's supposed to. It should work. Hopefully, you know. Sometimes YouTube's not the best. It's like basically it's like rating out your stream, but you're rating it out to yourself. And then I sometimes do rate it out to other people, but it's rare, because it's so rare other people are streaming on YouTube. I honestly probably should raid the Twitch stream out more often, but we are about to stream again. I might try to afterwards. But yeah, thank you for joining. There's the outro music. It's set up. Shout out to the Kick Chat, Oyerdurian, and the lurkers on the Kick Chat. I appreciate it. Shout out to the X Chat for joining me and the lurkers there. Shout out to the Instagram chat, Napo, and the lurkers there. Shout out to the TikTok chat. We've got Jack Bright, Beanslayer60, and Draco Devora, as well as all the lurkers there. I appreciate you guys all joining me. Shout out to the Twitch chat, Alex Popper, Sir Goy64, SCP Origami, Slimies, and again, big shout out to Slimies for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it, Slimies. Let's go. Yay, I get $5, I think, is what that is, and then so I think I split it with Twitch or whatever. I don't know, but thank you. Money good. Yes. Shout out to Wayne Hvozda. Shout out to Wayne for subscribing to the channel on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube chat, of course, Zardran, Gamer5 Phone, Hug Goat, SCP Origami, Da Peanut God, Modern Chair, and all the lurkers who joined today as well. Oh, and the Space Explorer. Thank you all for joining. For those of you who are